app works, and then we can figure out how General Zod can make a beautiful, beautiful thumbnail.
That sounds like a plan. And we are live. Welcome, everybody, to the Fandom Zone. And
Thank you.
as always, we have our fine panelists here for another wonderful night of great Shilling. And tonight is an auspicious occasion. We're back around to the good folks of Collider, and oh boy, is this going to be a hilarious Shilling, because we get to hear Collider's stellar fall movie picks, and I honestly can't wait, because it's very informative right from the beginning. Oh my god.
Lies.
So before we get started on this merry adventure, we will introduce our panelists. Go ahead, Mr. Sheriff, the loneliest of the lonely, the man himself, LB.
Hello, everyone. I'm back. Glad to be back to randomly talk Collider again.
And of course, we have the commander and the person really on time tonight, really early. I'm proud of you, PB.
Yeah, I'm totally on time. Yep, I'm PB. You can find me at Pop Culture PB on YouTube and on Twitter. And I'm excited to be here in the Fandom Zone to do another great episode of The Great Shilling, especially since we're talking about Collider. And yeah, I got here on time tonight, but apparently I have to go pick somebody up, so hopefully my cell signal holds.
Ooh, exciting. Yes, you do find PB at his house. That's what Geekasile Tendency said. So, tonight, are we going to go Woka? No, we're not going to go Woka, but don't worry. We still got that ridiculous panel that we have. One of the people from the Rule of Two is on there. That's the horrible Jedi console thing that they do. But I
You don't like the Rule of Two? I love the Rule of Two. When they say a bunch of ridiculous stuff that doesn't make any sense. Isn't that what the Rule of Two is all about?
Yep, that'd be it. I mean, I was really torn between that, but then I was like, ooh, fall movie previews. Let's see if they got anything that I have that I'm looking forward to. One movie. That was it.
Joker?
Of course. So, yeah. But,
I didn't even watch that trailer that everybody's still buzzing about.
Yeah, it's going to be good, and you guys will be able to check out that review from maybe a non-biased viewing resource. Anyways, so we're going to get started. Let me see who's in the chat
address
here.
the chat a little bit before we take off. I can't see it at all because I'm going to be driving here in a moment.
Oh, God, don't look at the chat while you're driving. That sounds grossly unsafe. So, we have Geekicidal Tendencies, welcome, and Butterfingers, welcome. And
that was fast.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll pick up more people along the way here. So,
for sure.
Yeah, you know how the YouTube is and the notifications.
Fucking dogs, you're not going with me.
And you get to hear PB yell at his dogs, which will probably be more entertaining than Collider talking about their fall movie reviews. Or previews, I'm sorry. They're previews that they're looking forward to. But anyways, let me...
So what you're telling me is we're going to review their preview?
We're going to review their preview, yes. So it should be fun.
You know, a good host would realize how many people are currently in his live stream, and he would milk it for a few minutes to wait for more people to show up.
For a few minutes, I mean, I thought that he got that hint when I said, "Oh, that was fast."
Yeah.
Like we said hi to two people. Those two people, how you doing in the chat? You having a good night?
All right, PB, cool it down a little bit. We don't want to be bullying anybody.
Oh no.
Wait, who's getting bullied? Do people bully me? What? What?
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Before we get started, I do want to say, for anyone who might rewatch this or anyone who will watch this, don't in any way, shape, or form feel like I'm getting bullied. I oftentimes walk myself into very stupid comments. And if I say something ridiculous, I feel it's only right for the people who are on the panel to address this and let me know I'm saying something ridiculous because, I don't want to be live saying ridiculous things. Then I might as well just become Collider.
I'm sorry, that was funny. Was that is that supposed to be something I call you out on? You don't want to be live saying ridiculous things?
I see where you're going with this.
No, they must have made the no. They must have made the you can't live stream under 1,000 rule exclusively for you for on mobile. They're like, this guy, he walks out of the theater and he just hops on his phone and he just starts screaming at people like fucking Brie Larson. And they were like, how can we stop him from doing this? And they're like, how about this, man? We just shut that option off. You gotta get to 1K. That's a good number. And then you're gonna be at like 950. They'll be like, no, you gotta hit 2K to live stream on your phone now.
You know what? I would not be surprised if something like that happened. That would not surprise me at all if they up it right as I hit 1K or while I'm waiting to be monetized and just be like,
Yeah,
no.
always trying to keep a villain down.
I know. It's very. I feel very oppressed.
So General Zod, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good, LB. I got some healthy rest. I did a great anime stream. And yeah, being able to sleep was nice. Spent some time with the family. Spent some time with Mama Zod. That was fun.
Yeah, nice. Good to hear. What about yourself, Mr. Pop Culture PB? How are you doing tonight? Cool.
Speaking of which, how was your gospel? Did you speak the truth?
Good. It started working just in time to hear that question. Yeah, we talked about Marvel the entire time. It was actually pretty good. I got some words in edgewise.
Wow, amazing.
It was amazing.
That's good to hear.
Next week, I'm going back for another hour because he said he wanted to keep the episodes at an hour apiece.
Yeah.
So he said, oh, well, this week we'll just do Marvel. And he asked me which one I want to do first, Marvel or Star Wars. I said, well, let's go with which one's the king. So we did Marvel first. So then I'm going to go back next week and we're going to do an hour on Star Wars. And I'm going to be like, yep, you're ridiculous. TLJ is trash. I don't know how you can like this kind of stuff. All of your reasoning is interpreted incorrectly.
I look forward to it.
You tried telling me that, well, I guess we did halfway agree that we were talking about Luke Jedi either being a Jedi Knight or Jedi Master. And I was like, well, at the beginning of Return of the Jedi, he says that he's a Jedi Knight. So unless he is explicitly lying to the crowd, like all of us, then he's a Jedi Knight at that point. And then once he defeats Vader, he becomes the Jedi Master. But then Chris found something that says you're not a Jedi Master until you've trained a Padawan to become a Knight. And I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. And I was like, well, we'll just go back to, the movie that you have to defend the most. Not that you love it the most, because it's not his favorite. So I don't want to, back him into that corner. But he defends The Last Jedi to the end. And I was like, well,
General, did you tweet out a link?
I did. Before we went on.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yep, and I tweeted one earlier too.
Wonderful. So how is everyone in the chat doing?
Yes, chat. How are you guys doing tonight on this glorious night? Or it could be day, depending on what time zone you're in. I like to get the day and night people.
Yeah, I mean, you all had a good Labor Day.
You know, we never asked you, LB. How was your Labor Day?
It was real lonely. Just how it should be.
And there goes PB's signal.
Oh, that's too bad.
He's lost in the fandom zone. I'm sure he'll return.
I'm sure he will. So, all right. So give everybody a preview of what we're talking about tonight, as far as the Collider people and stuff like that, so they get a better feel for it.
So tonight we'll be going over Collider, and they will be talking about their fall movie previews. And I have a challenge for everyone in the chat. I want you guys to sit back and think about it a little bit, and then think, what movie is the panel going to pick first? What is your guess for the first movie they're most excited for fall movies? And before you
we
answer
actually
this,
got more than 2 people watching now.
yes. Before you
Sweet.
do,
Did you acknowledge them while I was gone?
yes.
Oh. Well,
So,
I don't know who they are, so I'm glad they could join us.
before we jump into what Collider's previews are, take out
Unless they're trolls, then they can fuck off.
take out Star Wars. Don't worry, they'll touch that. But I want you to think of all of the movies that you are looking forward to, and then do the opposite of it, and you'll probably hit what their movies are. So
Wait, I'm looking forward to
chat,
movies because I know that LB isn't looking forward to any. He said the last movie that he was seeing for this year was Spider-Man, and that was in July.
Excellent point.
I am
remember
most
things.
certainly. There is, I mean, there's a few. There's some surprise movies, maybe. You know, there's that one that comes out every so often. So, anyways,
Fair, okay.
I heard Joker in there, Geekicidal Tendencies. That's a pretty obvious one. Yep, Joker. Gary.
Gary's one of the people that showed up. Okay,
Yep.
excellent.
Throw something in there. Everybody just put in the movie you think Collider is going to look forward to. And I guarantee you won't guess it, but you'll get your answer in the first fucking 5 minutes.
Has anybody guessed yet?
No, they haven't guessed one for them.
Well, I'm about to pick up the person I was sent to pick up, so we'll see how noisy this gets. That ought to be exciting. It's a woman. She called me before. She's like, I couldn't take the people anymore. I had to leave the house, so I'm walking down the road. Don't hit me. I was like, okay. I'm looking for a human. I don't see a human yet. Gosh, I've already drive past her already. Oh, geez. Well, that can't be good.
You know, Rambo's a good guess, Geekicidal, but I'm looking forward to that. And you know what? I'm gathering. I can guarantee you the ones you pick will be logical, guys, because oh god.
Oh, people are screaming.
It's gonna be great though. It's gonna be great. I guarantee you guys are going to be laughing because just wow.
So, PB, do you want to start while you're driving or wait till you get back?
Oh, I mean, I guess you can start now. I'm on my way back now.
Okay. All right. Well, chat, are you ready? Are you ready to do this, chat?
Yeah, let's get some thumbs up in the chat if you are ready to hear the fall movie previews. It's going to be
I mean,
glorious.
I'm waiting. Somebody in the chat is going to throw a thumbs down. They're going to be like, nah, man, fuck Collider.
King of Silent Tendency said Zombieland, Terminator. Trey Courtney said Ready.
I forgot about Zombieland, too.
Oh, we have a winner.
Somebody won? Terrence is here?
No, Butterfinger. Butterfinger's.
Oh.
Trey Courtney say he ready.
Excellent.
All right, let's kick this party off, folks. Here we go. It is gonna be a glorious, glorious night. Oh, I can't wait. This shit's gonna have you guys laughing and maybe PB raging in the first like 5 seconds.
Oh God, I hope not.
He's gonna be hitting people on his way home.
No, man, it's northern Wisconsin. It's 12:30 at night. I know people.
You look for a deer and swerve into it.
That's more possible.
Oh, this is.
All right, let's see. All right, let's screen share.
Gary of Little Faith, you think Knives Out will bomb? It's gonna be the most amazing movie ever.
General, can you hear me? Chat, can you hear me? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
All right. Then make sure the chat can hear me.
Yep.
I mean, you're a little quiet. The two of us got go.
Yeah, because thing. Chat, let me know if you can hear me speak. All right, cool. They hear me, so we good.
Welcome to a very special Labor Day edition of Collider Movie Talk. On today's show, we are highlighting our most anticipated movies of the rest of the year. Basically, your fall 2019 preview, plus maybe a couple extra days, given what we have chosen in this episode. There is so much to talk about, so many movies coming out the next couple of months, and I have the pleasure of running through my list alongside Haleigh Foutch and Mark Reilly. You don't come on the show often enough.
Yeah, what did I do?
I don't know.
I'm here, aren't I?
I love how I'm blaming you. It's probably my fault.
Hey, no, that's fine. I'm glad to do the
Always.
fall movie preview and a little bit of whatever the winter is. With,
I feel like it's just a couple of extra days that we're dealing with here.
Winter cherry on top.
Just
I like
winter
that
cherry. I like
visual.
that.
Yeah, all right.
Dip our toe in the pool of winter.
But there are
Sounds
a lot
cold.
of movies coming
It
out
does.
the next couple of months, so I hope that our little highlight here is going to help you sort out your schedule, because looking at this list, I have a feeling that these should be the priorities for one reason or another. Reilly, we're going to let you kick this off with your first movie of 3. What do you have for us?
Oh, the first movie of 3, my boy Ryan Johnson's Knives Out. That's right. That trailer,
Bruh, how is that your first movie? Like, come on, man.
Unbelievable.
Oh, right up. Oh, it gets better.
it again before I came on, and it is just a thing of beauty. That trailer is amazing because it starts out like a whodunit. Obviously, it's a whodunit, but it starts out a little bit dramatic, and as that thing goes on, it becomes like Clue. It becomes, there's so much humor behind it. The cast is
No, it
phenomenal.
doesn't come Clue. It's Clue from the fucking start.
Oh, it gets better, man.
You have Chris Evans, you have Christopher Plummer. My God, I mean, the list goes on, and it looks like one of those movies that there's going to be a twist. There's going to be a lot of humor. It's a fascinating thing for Rian Johnson. I feel like he's going back to his Brick roots, which gets me really, really excited. You know, the whodunit, the like noir kind of feel.
Whoa,
Mix it in with
hold
just
on.
this guy. He wrote it.
Did he just say Brick roots?
That he did.
What the fuck is a brick root?
I wish I could tell you.
The movie
Holy
Brick.
shit. Wow. It's a not real thing. Fuck. Okay.
He directed it. I love The Last Jedi. I'm glad to see him doing something where he can do a big budget sci-fi movie in the Star Wars world. He can do Looper, he can do Brick, and now he got Knives Out. That's gonna be one that you got to keep your eye on.
I'm right there with you.
Rick,
If you didn't put
that's
this on
something.
your list, it would have been on mine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Never fucking heard of it.
That's the one I was talking about.
You were talking about Looper.
Yeah, after that, when I said Brick.
Okay, I guess I stopped listening to you. Whoops.
And
Nice.
I really hope I get around to seeing this at TIFF. It's a high priority there, and it's a high priority for the rest of the year. I'm really excited for Rian Johnson to do what you just described. Again,
Oh my
I'm a
God.
Last Jedi fan too, but
Whoop.
I want him to go back to where he jump-started his career and kind of what made him such a special and unique voice to begin with. And with an epic ensemble quite like this, I have a really good feeling that this
There's
could
nothing in The
really
Last Jedi that's special except for that crystal fucking box.
Yep.
unique and weird in some respects, but I do have a good feeling that this is a movie that could just like reunite everybody all together again. A whole bunch of Rian Johnson fans going out to see a weird, kooky movie. So bring it on.
Bring it
Can't
on.
wait.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
In
November 27th.
Well, it's around
I believe
there.
that's the right date on that one, and it is.
First of all, where's the diversity? We don't even have 3/5 of a man here.
Is.
Okay.
You excited, Haleigh?
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing is, yes, the ensemble is amazing, but what I really liked in the trailer was how he seems to tap into exactly the strengths of each actor.
Right.
With each line, you just are like, yes, Jamie Lee Curtis was born to deliver that line.
Mm-hmm.
And we have been wanting to see this sassy version of Chris Evans forever.
Yes,
so this is
please.
beautiful. I can't wait.
That
I will complete the trio. I also am a huge fan of The Last Jedi. And
Yay!
I'm excited to see what he does next.
Of course, you're a big fan of The Last Jedi. She looks like the quintessential big fan of The Last Jedi.
What's next? I've been really high on him since Brick came out when I don't even want to say how old I was, but it was a beautiful thing, and I love watching all the auteurism he flourished, or he sort of showed off in his first film, flourish as his career gets bigger, his means get bigger,
Yeah.
his access to ensembles like these get bigger.
Absolutely.
All right, Haleigh, what is the first movie you want to put on your list?
Speaking of auteurish filmmakers, Mr. Taika Waititi has Jojo Rabbit coming up, and I just can't wait. He's one of those guys that he's never made a movie I didn't like. Even Eagle vs. Shark would be at the bottom of my list for his, but I still think it's a funny, fun movie. His type of humor, I think, is one of like the more profound humorous voices out there right now, because he can make you laugh so hard, but then there's like a sadness underneath the comedy that just hits me right in the heart with films like Boy, Hunt for the Wilder People, and another one where I'm so excited after he's joined the MCU, he's gone big. Now he's kind of going back to his roots a little bit, and we'll get to see him flex his screenwriting skills, flex his, more dramatic directing skills. And it's timely. It's gonna spark some interesting conversations, which I always love when good art does that.
Yeah.
Not that I needed this, but I think what made me even more excited for Jojo Rabbit is when that report started circulating that a Disney exec was like
Uncomfortable.
vocally not happy with it at a test screening. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that sounds like I'm going to like it. But the thing with Taika is whenever he goes big with something like that, it's going big with purpose.
Yeah.
I have a feeling whatever craziness he delivers in this movie, it's going to have some thoughtful value to
I
it.
have a quick
Really,
question.
what better package is that?
Is this a regular video or is this a live stream?
This is a recording.
I don't know.
Well,
Well,
Jenna Lozada, had the information. Allegedly.
Let me look. Where's the deal? Okay, there we go.
And dogs, why you gotta get tangled? Oh my God, you gotta be shitting me.
No, this wasn't a live stream.
Okay. Stop fucking moving.
Yeah.
God
And
damn.
I go to your point, Perry. I love that Disney was like, what do we do with this?
What did we just buy?
What did we just buy? It's like, then you're doing something right.
I thought
and
I was
it's
going to be able to market rabbits with this.
Right, yeah, exactly. And it's Taika Waititi. I mean, it's Thor, Ragnarok, Taika Waititi. It's
Yeah.
Korg. Yeah, we got this. He's playing who?
Yeah.
It's like that kind of thing. And that, for Taika Waititi's voice, as you mentioned, like, it's so original. His humor is such it's just so, I don't even know how to describe it. It's off kilter. It's unique. For him to tackle the subject matter that he's tackling,
His humor
for him to be
wasn't any
playing
more
an
original than
imaginary friend,
anything else in the
that is
MCU.
Hitler.
Is what?
His humor wasn't more original than anything else in the MCU.
I mean, they talk about this guy like he's just some amazing like comedy guy. Like,
No, like I love Korg, but
Right. There's nothing like unique about him. It's just because he's not.
he's a good
it's just-
director.
It's because he's not a Caucasian.
Ah,
Hitler
fucking
is something
Caucasian.
fascinating that I think only he can maybe pull off. We'll see how audiences respond to it, but I think a lot of people are going to be shocked at not only the humor, but the
Like
heart.
Taika Waititi's
I
gonna be
think
Hitler?
there's going to be a lot of heart in this, and I know that's weird to say about a movie with Hitler.
Zod.
Man, I didn't know about this until I watched it. I only got the poster and it showed a rabbit. I had no clue what was coming out, what was coming out. It was weird. So that's all I got.
Okay.
With Hitler in it, but I think that's the point.
Yeah.
That's what he's going for. All the trailers look amazing. That this would be one of mine too. If I could probably swap your list
We
actually,
probably could.
Haleigh.
I have
Yeah.
a feeling most of us could, except for the first movie that I'm going to start with. I'm just going to get this one out of the way quickly.
I'm gonna walk off this set,
So what
Perry.
happened is I let you guys choose first, and then I wanted to make sure we had 3 different titles, and I really feel strongly about 2 of them. This one, though, I have to brand like morbid curiosity, because I get such a kick out of talking about this Cats movie. I can't wrap my head around it. I don't understand anything that's happening or why it's happening at all, but I will tell you that trailer.
I wonder how old this lady is.
Me too.
Trailer and all the talk that was going around during San Diego Comic-Con about how batshit crazy that thing is, that brought so much joy to my life. So if that same I know this is probably not the kind of conversation they intend to spark with that movie, but seriously, look at this. If that's the kind of fun we're having come end of September with
Dude, this
movie,
lady
I
has no idea what kind of conversation you're trying to spark.
Cat?
Duh, she's a white lady.
White ladies are all knowing.
going to be soaking up every single second of it.
I'm worried that the movie is not intending to be as fun as it in fact is.
Yeah.
The stage play is not what I would call especially lighthearted. And he's not an especially lighthearted filmmaker, so this is one where I feel like the journey to getting to the movie might be more fun than the movie itself.
Right.
But you better believe I'll be there.
You know what?
Oh,
If all
Foutch, I don't
those
ever want to go see a movie
movies
where the
have-
journey to get to the movie is more important or better than the actual movie. What the fuck's that about?
I don't know, man. They're creative. You know? They say stuff we don't.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Yeah, this movie look like trash, bro.
About how technically this isn't a fall preview. You know when Cats comes out?
When?
December 20th. This is a fall preview.
There it is.
Oh,
There
okay.
it is.
We
But-
keep our word, we just don't know we're doing it.
How is a movie that comes out December 20th a fall preview?
Maybe it's officially winter on December 21st. They're playing fast and loose with the rules
I guess so.
because they want to include Star Wars.
And
The beauty of our madness.
you know, and I think fall,
Valid reasons.
when I think fall, I think Halloween. When I think Halloween, I think jack-o'-lanterns. When I think jack-o'-lanterns, I think of a black cat sitting next to the jack-o'-lantern.
Yo,
So
there
we
you
got
go.
cats for you. Kate, listen.
Geekicidal tendency says Perry is 31.
Interesting.
Wait, who?
The lady
You
in,
just got
the lady in the green shirt.
On the screen at Collider.
Oh my bad. Yeah, Perry, the one that is talking about cats.
Okay.
This movie looks redonkulous. Don't get me wrong. I've seen the stage play. Yeah, lighthearted.
This man just said redonkulous.
Yeah, he did. Like people are still using it.
Hearted. Old Deuteronomy coming in to bring Grisabella up to the other side. Other side being something about, yeah, you guessed it, death. I do think, though, that audiences are going to turn out in droves because of this thing. Now, whether or not they stay in repeat business, the play, I remember seeing the play with my family. My mom brought me. She would bring me all these plays. It was great, learning theater and everything. But Cats is weird. So, yeah, I'm with you. I'll see this movie, too. I have to see this movie. I have to see this movie.
I'm glad. I'm
Okay.
glad we're on the same page here.
Somewhat.
Are you going to see it come December 20th, Haleigh?
Obviously.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
I'm a theater kid. It's about cats and it's insane. Of course I'm seeing
And there's
it.
dancing.
And there's
I don't know if
dancing.
there's witchiness, but there is dancing. All right, let's go around again. Reilly, what is your second movie you want to highlight?
Okay, I can't believe I added this, but as I saw the first trailer, didn't like it, wasn't crazy about it, but the more I thought about it, the more I'm excited about it, so I'm putting it on there, and that's Terminator Dark Fate. Because
God.
I believe this Terminator movie.
Fuck. Of course we want to see Terminator Dark Fate. Because it's whamming. Jesus Christ. Number
Terminator
I
movie.
thought your Joker is like number fucking 5. Let's
You know, I don't want to jump the gun here, but I got a strong feeling they're only going to mention movies that are the most talked about movies from the fall. Like, they're not going to mention a movie that me, you, or PB have never heard about.
I got that. I got that.
Since Judgment Day. I've been a huge fan of the series, and every single time we got Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines, Salvation, and then Jenny Smith, all of them. I like some pieces of each and every one.
That's the joke he wants to make. And then Dark Fate is going to be super whammy power?
It looks amazing. It's so diverse.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah, a white guy and a robot. Something I never thought I'd see in a Terminator movie. Right?
And every one of them. I'm a big fan of.
He's not white. He's Hispanic. You know how they do.
Oh.
Because white people aren't allowed to be born and from Hispanic-speaking countries.
Oh. So now you got to check the Terminator paper. Sorry, that was an off-color joke. Let's continue.
Working with James Cameron and Linda Hamilton coming back. I rewatched that trailer. I think if they added the Terminator theme into that trailer, a lot of people would have been a lot more excited about this. So I'm just putting it in my mind that it was there, and it looks fantastic. So I'm hoping, because I'm a Terminator fan, and I know a lot of you are too, Dark Fate. Let's do this.
I don't know if I have as much faith as you.
I know,
I'm kind
I
of in
know.
the middle. There's certain reasons that I am teetering towards and I want to see this no matter what, but we're talking most anticipated of the rest of the year,
Sure.
and what's keeping it from cracking that list for me is
This
just,
is
you know,
the chick who's
it's like
51.
What's that?
This is the chick who's 51.
31.
It was a joke, guy.
I got the joke.
Sorry, Krypton. We don't. Yep. Jokes go over our heads. I have to catch it.
I'm burned by this franchise enough, and this is one of those ones where I'm like, at least let it cool off for a couple more years before you bring it back. But in particular, the fact that Linda Hamilton is involved, and also with Mackenzie Davis, because
Davis is fantastic.
I think she is one of the best.
Of course, she's fantastic.
Who is she? Does anyone know who Mackenzie Davis was before this? Because I didn't.
No.
I don't know who she is, what she's been in, nothing.
Interesting.
Best rising stars out there. So if she is committing to continuing her career with this franchise, I have a lot of faith that she's making a good choice for herself, because
Good luck.
So this one movie that I'm supposing is her first movie, because I have not seen her, and if anyone in the chat has seen her, let me know.
She's been in Blade Runner, The Martian, Tully. Those are the biggest movies she's been in.
I mean,
I
I
don't know
saw
what
The Martian.
Yeah, I don't know what she was in The Martian.
I assume she had to be someone on Earth, right?
Yeah.
Unless she was somebody who was on the crew in the space shuttle or whatever the fuck it was.
Okay.
Like, I don't remember anybody explicitly except for Matt Damon.
She was the crew. Not the
Okay.
crew, not the ship crew, but the ones in like the NASA center.
Oh, so she was in the background.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. How is she? She was in Blade Runner.
Never saw it.
Me either.
I did. I don't remember her.
Okay. Yeah, super rising star.
Yeah, man, she's rising.
Like a fucking rocket ship.
So I'm guess she's a lesbian.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
I did not see that coming.
I wasn't not expecting that, but yep.
Let's continue. This is getting interesting.
No, it's not.
Because it's a little unfortunate what happened with Blade Runner 2049, because if I'm correct, her role was supposed to be a little meatier as that franchise continued. She didn't get that opportunity. So I just want her abilities and her talents to be in the public eye on the scale of a blockbuster movie. So I've got my fingers crossed for this. I'm not entirely sold yet.
Yeah, I get that.
Blockbuster movies don't come out in the fall, Perry, and you do box office videos.
Fucking, oh my god. Like, holy shit, there's 2 times of year that have blockbusters. If you have a blockbuster outside of that, it's an anomaly.
Mm-hmm.
Beginning of summer to midsummer, and then the holiday season. And that doesn't start until after Halloween, unless you want to include Halloween.
Yep. Facts.
Get that.
I'm a little in the vein with Perry. I had not been sold at all.
Yeah.
And then they played the footage at Comic-Con, and I was like, okay, maybe. I see where you're at. I can do this. And especially hearing Linda Hamilton talk about why she wanted to come back and what she's hoping
Wait,
to
who's
do
that
in
talking?
the film.
Yeah.
That,
That's your
Oh, you like her, PB?
Only from the one review that we were doing for whatever Shilling or Game of Thrones, where they were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, have her talk more. And by have her talk more, I mean have somebody else talk more, and you just keep the camera on her. She wasn't wearing ridiculous colors like that, though. Yeah, she's the one that looks smart.
Yeah. Looks smart.
Yeah, looks smart from neck to heart.
You mean the one with the default SJW look?
Yes.
Yes, there's an echo. Deal with it.
Let us continue.
I really respond to. And it's sort of like the Laurie Strode coming back for Halloween thing. Like, I want to see these women honored and given the shot to be these characters we love as grown-ass women.
Yeah, and that's kind of my...
Right.
So Sarah Connor in Terminator 1 and 2 was not grown. They had no representation. Not until Dark Fate. Apparently. Oh my god.
That is correct. She was not a grown-ass woman until the 6th movie. 3rd movie in her story.
Oh my god. She's like, she's not grown. She's ready for a walker. What are you talking about? What?
Like, yeah, she wasn't grown in T2 at all, and she had a teenage son. I usually, children is usually who has teenagers.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Jesus Christ. Let's continue.
Kind of my point, it really does come to the Halloween 2018, because I think that a lot of these franchises now that have these movies that do well in box office, and they shake off that weight of those movies that drag it down. Terminator is one of those movies that every single one, I mean, Halloween, it makes a lot of sense to get rid of the Curse of Thorn or whatever the hell that cult was that Michael Myers was in. But this one's different, Linda Hamilton is coming back. There's a reason for that. So I think when you shake off the fact that Salvation and Judgment Day, and not Judgment Day, sorry, Rise of Machines and Jenny Smith are gone, Genesis, I know, are gone, you have a lot more to work with, and especially Linda Hamilton coming together. You have an idea here going, wow, we could have, you take this movie, Judgment Day and the original, and it's like, there's your trilogy that people could maybe start talking about as one of the best. That's what I hope. I am a little hesitant as well, but I picked it for a reason, and that's
Here's
because
your
I love the
trilogy.
franchise.
1,
The story, the
2,
mythology
6.
Yeah, it's the Judgment Day trilogy. Go ahead. What was the list, Pizzy?
1, 2, 6.
That sounds like a
linear
trilogy to me.
Perfectly linear.
It makes total Star Wars sense. Continue. Fuckers.
coming back with Arnold. Anticipated.
We'll see how this one turns out on November 1st. Haleigh, you're up next.
Keeping it weird, which is what I like to do. Robert Eggers' The Lighthouse. Yes. I don't really know what it's about, so I couldn't tell you. The trailer made no sense, that's for sure, and I loved it.
Wait.
Just spill the beans. Still haven't figured.
Why would you be excited for something if you have no clue what it's about, period? It's like, I'm excited for this movie with lightsabers and blasters. It's definitely a World War II flick. Like, no. Like, if you like World War II stuff, that probably ain't the movie for you.
I told you this is magnificent. It's like, yeah, I'm so excited for this movie. What's it about? Fuck if I know. It's a movie. Like, this is what you've become, Collider? You can't even do research on a movie you're excited about. You can't go on the World Wide Web where there's more leaks than a boat that's leaking. Okay? I'm sure if you look it up or Google that shit, you can find something in Wikipedia or somewhere about this movie Lighthouse. No. Why do research? No. I have no clue what it's about. Don't know what the trailer means. But it's a winner for me. Number 2 on my list.
Yep. That's how I that's how I decide how to see stuff. What do I know nothing about? That's what I put at the top of my list.
Who is going? Okay, let me just ask you: if your channel is solely based on giving people advice to go see a movie, and you have your fall list of top premiering films, and you're going, these are the movies you got to run out and see. Why in the world on your movies to go and see would you put a movie you have no clue what it's about? Someone asks you, hey, Lighthouse looks interesting. What's your interpretation of the trailer? What do you think? What's the story about? I don't know. Look cool. Like the dude with the serious face over there in the corner. Looks neat. Like, what? Like,
well, maybe she's just talking backwards and she's going to explain herself here in a moment. Let's give her a moment.
And this fantastic nerd, that is my father, Dictator's God. Continue.
I haven't figured it out.
That's going to be a meme. I bet it's going to be a meme.
We should give away beans at all the screenings.
Ooh, I like beans. That's good.
I think that if it's amazing, we should launch a bean sequel campaign. Just mail the studio countless
Beans and bread, Dorian? Are you okay with that? Yeah?
That's a good order.
Oh, okay.
Dorian knows.
Yeah. This
like Sean Bean is in the
it's
movie.
so extremely up my alley that I don't even like know how to pitch it. It's just like Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe are gonna be super weird in a Pinterest way for Robert Eggers. Yes. Yes. All of that. Yes, please.
Yes.
We've been waiting long enough for another movie from Eggers. The Witch is something else, and even though I've seen The Witch, I feel like any short description of that movie that I try to give doesn't do the full experience justice. So I imagine something is similar with The Lighthouse, if not to.
The Witch was trash. Okay? The Witch was trash, and I have no interest in seeing anything that this weird filmmaker makes, okay? You want a synopsis of The Witch? It's about an hour and a half of boring, and about the last half hour that's supposed to be creative sucked. Okay, and spoiler alert, you see any hint of a witch or demonic goings at like the last minute or 5 minutes of the film. It's a complete waste of time. It's trash, and I'm glad she said this guy is making it because I know to skip it. Continue.
If not to an even greater extent, given what we got in that teaser trailer. But this is an excellent combination of talent right here, and I am fascinated by just the different visual choices he's made with this and what purpose they're going to have for the overall story. So bring this one on at TIFF as well.
Yeah,
Wait,
The Witch
hold
is one
on.
of my favorite horror movies. I mean, it's getting up there. It's
They're mixing Batman and Green Goblin, and that's an excellent combination of talent.
Well, William Dafoe is very good.
Willem. It's not William.
I will always say William.
You're
I do
always
not
going to
acknowledge.
say William because it's not even his name? Because it's
Yep.
not like he wants to be called Bill and you're calling him William. That's not his name, like, period, at all. That's not even a pronunciation or a variation thing. Like someone being called James and you call him Jim. Be like, hey, Jimmy Olsen. He'd be like, no, fuck you. It's James. You are not Clark. You cannot call me that. So no, it's Willem. That's like his name. That's a completely different word than William. Totally different.
Okay. Continue.
It is okay.
I've always wondered why they call James Jim, William Bill. Like, where did these come from?
No clue. At all.
it's so just deliciously weird and just so it like sticks with you. So I was already in when I heard about The Lighthouse and Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. I'm like, yep. And then I saw that trailer. What the hell was that?
There was
Sign
an
me up.
octopus situation happening. It was awesome.
It felt like, it was made in the 50s, and it feels like it's like one of those, like, it could be like a sci-fi horror B movie, but with A-list talent, and I don't know. It's weird. Give it to me. Put it in my face.
What he said.
Yeah.
I like how we cut.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, he said that.
Wait, he said what?
He said, give it to me. Put it in my face.
Oh my God. We're not talking about donuts here.
No, we're talking about film. Gosh, what did you think we were talking about?
Oh.
You're
Okay.
making those assumptions. Come on, let's keep it PG.
I don't know if this is true for both of you, but if I had a pick, we saved the best for last. Did anybody else do that but me?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
I think everything's lining
I also
up. I
haven't
know.
even said my second to last, but I'm going to tease my best of my list, I guess, right now by revealing my next one is Frozen 2. I
Of course, because there was Disney. Of course, there was going to be one Disney film because Collider loves shilling for Disney because they all love The Last Jedi. It was the greatest film ever made. Garbage. And what's going to be on their list? What's going to make the third one? Of course, it's going to be Frozen 2. You know what? I hope Elsa and all of them get they're doing their little singing bit right out in the snow, and then an avalanche comes and wipes them all out. And while we're at it, I hope that the directors just happen to be there. This is real life avalanche, and we can just get rid of all of them in one avalanche. And give the world a
Disclaimer.
God, I hate that movie.
Well, I just hope that the bagel people get out before this all happens.
Yes. We love the bagel people. Don't come after me again. I just purchased some bagels. They were delicious.
What flavor?
They were the blueberry bagels.
Were they frozen?
Oh, you got me. You got
Or was I supposed to say were they frozen too?
Let it go, PD. Let it go.
I like
Damn
that.
it.
Continue. Jesus.
First Frozen movie, and I have a feeling it stems from the fact that I have a sister and I see similarities between Anna and Elsa, my sister, and me. And
Whoa!
You're not a princess, bitch.
You see, okay, you see similarities between your sister and a CGI animated cartoon. I should have.
Well, yeah, that's why they're making Ariel a black girl.
Like I should have seen. I should have seen it when she said cats look great. I should have seen that she was gonna say something outlandish, but
Well, I mean,
yeah.
the real question is she going to have red hair in the movie? And if she has red hair in the movie, how did they get the dye to stay in when she's underwater?
Oh, let's continue. Jeez, this just gets worse.
It doesn't matter if the dye is permanent. If you can't put the fucking dye in if you're constantly underwater, you're a fucking mermaid. You live under the sea. Oh my God, no, a seagull did not dye her hair. Oh my God.
That was great. All right, let's continue after that outburst.
My next one is Frozen 2. I adore the first Frozen movie, and I have a feeling it stems from the fact that I have a sister and I see similarities between Anna and Elsa, my sister, and me. And when I went to my very first D23, admittedly, I was underwhelmed by one panel, but I was very happy with the Walt Disney Studios panel. But what wound up stealing the show isn't what I thought it was going to be. It wasn't Star Wars, and it wasn't Marvel. It was Frozen 2.
Wrong.
The scene that they showed, I'm talking like, maybe 4 to 5 minutes of footage, nearly brought me to tears because of one conversation between Anna and Elsa, and
Yeah, but you're a
gave me
weak woman.
all of the feels that I felt before in my own sister relationship.
You ain't
And
feel no feels for Star Wars?
Tina Menzel's.
No.
Quiet, Peanut Gallery.
Maybe. I'm gonna use this. So then when Petey
Oh my
goes to
gosh,
clean his
Peanut
fucking-
Gallery. Oh my
when
gosh,
Petey
Peanut
goes
Gallery.
to
No,
clean
my God!
his teeth, the next time it's all black!
Well, that's exciting. All right, let's continue.
Song. When the filmmaker said after we watched that scene, and that's only her first song,
I
don't know if I can handle this movie. And then, of course, they all come out on stage and they sing another song that was great. I can't believe at this point how much I'm freaking out over Frozen 2.
Aw, see, that gets me excited. Just hearing you talk
so
about it.
happy.
Because Frozen 2, I like Frozen. I actually like Let It Go, even though my niece made me sing it or put it on the car all the time.
Oh, you go to hell.
Because I think they're delving in a lot deeper.
Okay, what grown ass man goes, you know what? Sometimes when I'm by myself, because you know that this dude doesn't have any kids, he's like, you guys, when I'm just by myself cruising and I'm letting the wind blow through my hair, I listen to Let It Go. And I'm just jazzed up for my day. I'm ready to get the day started and start to shill for Disney the proper way. I throw in my Frozen. Sometimes I sit in the parking lot and I watch some clips from Last Jedi. And I'm like, yeah, Ryan Johnson. Yeah, Collider. What a tool. Jesus Christ. Keep on going.
A lot deeper into how she got her powers, which I'm a mythology guy. I love that kind of geeky stuff. But hearing you talk about it actually brought a tear to my eye. I think it's very sweet. And so you had that kind of connection to it. I can't wait. I know that I'll probably get a press screening. I'm trying to take my niece as my plus one because she's losing her mind for Frozen 2.
I feel like my Frozen is your How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, there it is.
It's like when you talk
it.
about how to
Don't
train
dare.
Yeah.
Don't how how to train
Well, you
your
like
dragon?
the dragons?
I love the dragons.
You ain't like Frozen?
No, screw Frozen. Dragons is where it's at. Come on,
Frozen.
Game of Thrones.
Dragons are on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, dragons on the wall. Who doesn't remember those days? It was dragon. There were no dragons. They should have amended it because by the end of the show, there was only one dragon left, and they still kept 3 dragons on the wall.
I agree. For the last episode, they should have changed the name because there were no longer dragons available. I agree. They're fucking retards.
Let's keep going.
I get that.
And it's like whenever Haleigh talks about something like Suspiria, like tears come to my eyes.
Yeah.
It's so emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frozen 2. I'm a bit with Reilly on this one. Like it's cool. I'm excited for it. But definitely the way you sell it is more interesting to me than the film itself. At this point, I do think the animation looks gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it does.
My goodness, they are just like relentlessly pushing the envelope further and further. And I like Disney soundtracks, so mostly I'm just excited for a bunch of new songs to put on my playlist.
I can't wait for everybody to hear those songs. I wish they had released at least a live performance online after, because it was really something else.
Now, was it their next Let It Go? Is it that what they're billing?
A lot of people said that walking away from it. It's hard for me to give it that kind of descriptor without hearing the rest of the music, but
Sure.
I will say it did have that catchiness and that overall quality to it. It's a damn good
Fuck.
song.
Okay, good. So you're
Really good.
Another song I'm gonna have to listen to for 3 years because it's gonna be on freaking replay. Yes, when I wake up in the morning, I go, you know what? We need another song.
Let it go. Let it go, man. Just let it go.
Okay, all right.
Zod, let it go.
Uh,
Let it go. I don't know any of the words to that fucking song.
Yes, because everyone was clamoring for another Let It Go. Ah.
Wait, nobody is ever clamoring for a new original song designed for a Disney movie. What? That's not a thing.
That's what they're saying. Apparently, everyone's been waiting to put their Disney playlist in because you love hearing those songs 50 times a day. Ah.
Oh,
God.
no, I didn't.
Oh. Let's continue.
Okay. What happened?
Oh, there we go.
all the time.
You better be ready
I
for
better
it.
get ready. Okay.
All right, before we each reveal our final pick on this list, we've got some content to tell. Oh, this is actually a big Toronto International Film Festival.
Tell me that you're bringing in.
Toronto International Film Festival, kicking the show off bright and early in the morning. All right, the time has come. Our final, again, I don't know if this is true for you, but I saved my most anticipated for last. Reilly, is that the same for you?
I did, but yeah, I did. I think it just worked out that way.
Isn't that how you're supposed to fucking do a list like
It's
this?
the Joker. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to save your most anticipated movie for last and then do all your other movies first so that people don't click off of your shitty video.
Yeah, I ain't seen nobody do like a top 10 most anticipated movies and they say, hey, my #1 most anticipated movie right off the fucking bat, and then everybody goes, oh, that's nice. Next video, please. Like, I would hope you're saving the best one till last. Oh my God. Or are these softball questions written into the script?
Who knows with them? Who knows? Collider. Oh, let's go. I can't wait.
I mean, I love DC. I really do, and I've been wanting to just get behind some. I mean, Batman v Superman is one of my faves, and I know, weirdness, right? Man of Steel, and I know that we had some hiccups with some of the fans and some of the following, but when you tell me,
No, hold on, pause it.
Yeah, BVS is trash.
You know what? I'm a DC fan, and the fact that this guy is saying no, you're not a DC fan, okay? Because I can admit that v Superman was garbage, okay? No, don't shill for something just because you.
Okay.
Why do we have this ass representing us? Continue.
And we're going R, and we're going gritty, and we're going dark. Sign me up. I mean, all the trailers look fantastic. I can't wait. I keep thinking of a quote that Todd Phillips gave, which is, I'm not bringing Joaquin Phoenix into a shared universe or a comic book universe. I'm bringing a comic book into a Joaquin Phoenix universe. And I think that's the best way to describe it. We've been wanting Joaquin Phoenix in one of these movies, and he was always hesitant, but this seems perfect. Everything about it, I just love. I saw that clip the other day of Robert De Niro walking out as the game show host, and I'm like, oh my God, we got a little king of comedy in this. Yeah, Dorian, I'm with you, buddy. Way to see a good movie. Yeah, so I'm very excited for this. I love the idea that...
Is there a comic book based on Joaquin Phoenix?
No.
Then what fucking Joaquin Phoenix universe is there? What the fuck is he talking about?
Dude, I'm a fan. I don't know. I don't know. He's doing the worst plug for something I've ever heard.
Like, the first thing that I think of when I think Joaquin Phoenix is Walk the Line. And he's not playing Joaquin Phoenix in the movie. He's not like playing himself the way that Michael Caine plays himself or Morgan Freeman plays himself. Like, they don't have any different inflections that they do in their voice or anything like that. They only use their own accent, that type of thing. And then what the second movie I think of is Gladiator, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Commodus.
He's not like a weird, creepy guy in that, the same way that everyone's saying he's a weird, creepy guy in this movie. That's not the same at all.
No, this isn't the DC universe. This is the Joaquin Phoenix universe.
Which is comprised of what movies? Like, if you can give me a list of movies the same way that we did, what director were we doing the list of movies where you kept on telling me there was only 12 and I was like, nah, man, there's 13.
Oh, Quentin Tarantino and 12. Confirmed.
Yes. Okay, yeah. So there's 13 Quentin Tarantino movies. What are the list of movies that are Joaquin Phoenix movies? Because Walk the Line and Gladiator are not Joaquin Phoenix movies.
I don't got an answer for you. I guess only Collider's got the inside track. I didn't know there was
what the hell qualifies.
This universe. This is news. This is breaking news for me.
Oh, Butterfingers, that is disturbing. It's his way of saying Joaquin is imprinting himself onto DC.
Curtis YZ says every Joaquin Phoenix movie is secretly a Joker origin.
her signs and walking the Killing Joke, or walk the Killing Joke. That's freaking funny. That's funny. I like that.
Oh, let's continue. I want to hear this grand explanation.
Idea that might not be connected to anything we've already seen in the DC universe. I love the idea that they might be throwing away the comic book and it's not based on anything we've seen. I love all of that. It might be a little experimental. It might.
Wait. So you're throwing away the comic book, so then it's not the Joker?
Nope, absolutely not true. They are not throwing away the comic book.
No, what I'm saying is, even if it's a 100% original story and not a single shred of it is pulled from any of the pages that is either in his run or Batman or anything else that he appears in, it's still the Joker. Like, it's still not totally original.
I thought by the title that says Joker and the fucking trailer at the ending where he goes, "Can you introduce me as Joker?" That's not a spoiler. It's in the trailer. That it was a Joker movie.
Trailer yet, though. Now I can't do a genuine reaction to it, so that's off the table.
Well, I didn't know you were the only person in the universe right now who hasn't seen the trailer.
No, there's about 3 of us.
I'm sorry. See, this is why. All right.
No, it's okay.
I don't want to give anything else away. I failed.
It's not a big deal. It's a DC thing. I don't usually do a lot of DC stuff. I only have Wonder Woman in one thumbnail, and that was to make fun of Captain Marvel.
See, you threw me off. I didn't know you were going DC. Let's continue, LB. Let's continue.
It might be divisive among DC fans. It might be. Critics might go, huh? I don't know. I don't care. Give it all to me. It looks fantastic.
It's just one thing after the next with this movie. The second they announced it, the idea of having Joaquin Phoenix in a comic book adaptation, having a Martin Scorsese influence, even leading all the way up to, seriously, Dorian's interest in certain movies, like Taxi Driver, the excitement Dorian is expressing over those movies. I'm looking at him right now. That is truly getting me even more pumped than I already was for Joker. And when the news started to come out that Joker was probably going to be on the festival circuit, that just reinforced the quality that I suspected this movie was going to have from the very beginning. Obviously, that's not a guarantee it's going to be a home run, but I gotta say that it gives me a whole lot of faith based on where it's debuting this year. Adaptation, having a Martin Scorsese influence, even leading all the way up to, seriously, Dorian's interest in certain movies, like Taxi Driver, the excitement Dorian is expressing over those movies. I'm looking at him right now. That is truly getting me even more pumped than I already was for Joker. And when the news started to come out that Joker was probably going to be on the festival circuit, that just reinforced the quality that I suspected this movie was going to have from the very beginning. Obviously, that's not a guarantee it's going to be a home run, but I gotta say that it gives me a whole lot of faith based on where it's debuting this year. I really think that this one might not
It premiered in Toronto Film Festival first, and then it's going to the other ones too. There's a bunch of them, and the buzz is if it does good in film festivals, supposedly it's supposed to be like groundbreaking, and that means that it's a great movie. Because if it goes to a film festival and people hate it, then it's a terrible movie. That's how these critics base their metric on.
I mean, I did ask for LB to explain it, but you're a villain.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think he heard me before.
No, I heard
he
you.
Just rewound.
No, I heard you. I just didn't hear what she said. But yeah, Zod's right. And the thing with film festivals, you gotta realize is it's basically like a shill fest, like because they're at film festivals, they get to see movies that no one else has seen. So a lot of buzz comes out of at the film festivals. It's like, yeah, the film is great, the film is awesome, the film's amazing, and then so it's like with these kind of movies, you got to take it with a grain of salt because the Joker is going to be a big movie. So it's like, oh, they brought a big movie like this to my film festival. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
Interesting. Yeah, that's what I was confused
like,
about because that's what I thought was film festivals was for stuff that was like under a certain budget cap or something.
yeah. So I mean, it I'm not saying it's a bad movie. Or it could be good. I've heard some things. Um, but we'll have to see for the general Zod review. So we'll have to see if Zod approves.
Yep, that is going to sway whether or not I go and see it.
Oh, shall I continue?
Oh, it should.
Yeah.
Most certainly.
All right, so we shall continue. What's up, Slasher?
Hey, Slasher.
Hey, Slasher.
How you say something last?
Not just be a fall hit, both with critics and at the box
Because I didn't want to be rude and cut everyone else off.
high enough that I think we're going to be talking about this one through award season.
I think so too. Absolutely.
I'm very curious.
I bet you are.
I'm so curious. Well, I don't know, just all the word going around on
What?
Twitter.
Wait, what did he say? Go back. He say, "I bet you are."
Very curious, guys. I'm
I
so
love it when you say it
curious.
like
Oh, I love it when you say it like that.
All the word going around on Twitter is that this is going to be a real sort of fire starter for conversation, and that
Really?
it's going to make people extremely mad online. And I like challenging content. So like, I was never not on board for this. I'm not obsessed.
Still sounds like she's talking about something explicit.
Enough there to make me, encouraged based on the ideas, and certainly Joaquin Phoenix. But seeing the sort of word going around based on the script, that has made me fascinated in a way that any sort of like, we're making a Joker movie makes me interested. This has made me fascinated. And the fact that it's going to premieres, to premiere at festivals, that I don't know, that puts such a unique spotlight on the conversation that's going to be had around it that I can't
No, it
wait to watch this
doesn't.
all unfold. Will it live up to that hype?
Don't let me down like
I'm
this.
so curious.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
And if anyone's not going to a film festival, you don't have all that long.
I swear. Every Monday, the same people come in here talk about an echo. And I'm going to give you the same exact answer every single week when you complain about an echo. My microphone is up to my speaker. A video is playing from the computer. So, of course, there's going to be an echo.
All that long to wait for this one. It's October 4th.
Yep.
All right, Haleigh, you are up. Does this top your list?
Yeah, I'm boring. I just went in the order I wrote him in the email.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
How dare you?
I know. I think it's maybe a release date order. So
Sure.
dull. Yeah,
I think it is.
but I am very excited. This would be Dr. Sleep.
Yeah.
Mike Flanagan. Woo! Look, Haunting of Hill House was really an incredible accomplishment. So anything he was going to do next would have had a huge, sort of attention from me. But then he turned to Stephen King. He turned to Stephen King's book that tries to tackle like the largest legacy of Stephen King. It was insane enough when Stephen King wrote a Shining sequel. Now to make that into a film is very ambitious. I love the trailer. I went to a trailer premiere event where Flanagan was there and took some questions, and I really love everything he and his producer had to say about navigating the legacy of the film, which Stephen King doesn't like,
Yeah.
and which is very different from his book, and trying to turn those both into one world that can live together. That's such a huge, ambitious job to take on, and I just can't wait to see if they pull it off. From what I've seen, it looks like they will. Rebecca Ferguson is like unbelievably chilling in her fuse sequences, and I think that's so perfect for the character of Rose the Hat. The cast, everything, I'm very excited.
That was my favorite piece of cast. I'm very excited for Ewan too, but Rose the Hat,
Yeah.
that is just a pitch perfect.
You know, PB, your girl in the middle, she doesn't really have many good opinions. Like everything is, I'm so excited. I'm so looking forward to it. Oh, it just looks so curious. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh, this looks great. Oh, by the way, I'm so excited.
Yeah, didn't you hear what I said earlier? Keep the camera on her and have somebody else talk.
She's so excited about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, she's
Not-
smart.
not to
She's
mention,
smart,
too,
or she
do
looks
you-
good from neck to heart.
Not to mention, too, I just like to highlight, has everyone noticed that in all of their things that they're looking forward to, they always highlight the female character. They say, oh, Ian McGregor, he's a good actor. Let's talk about this other person I've never heard of.
Who
Rose,
is
whatever the
Ian
hell.
McGregor?
Shut up.
You mean Ewan?
I know where you're going with this.
Did you
Continue.
say- okay.
For Rebecca Ferguson. I can't wait to see what she does with that. But I was so surprised how much I fell in love with the book again, because I mean, not even talking about Flanagan and his ambition with this project, but the idea of making a sequel to The Shining, and a sequel that so successfully ties into the events of the original novel, but also has a very different vibe and feel to it. I'm just so curious to see how that's molded when it's brought to screen now. But this whole thing came together so great, and I'm so happy that it's coming out ASAP, because I need.
How can you say that? How can you say that something is tied in together and it comes together so nicely when you've seen the freaking trailer? You don't know what it's gonna be like. You're going based on snippets of the movie. You can say it looks fascinating, looks like it has strong ties to The Shining, but you can't say they've executed anything because you don't know.
Hey. They executed it wonderfully. It has great ties to The Shining. That's how you say it. That's how you do it, man. Like, real easy. You just lie. It's just real easy. You're like,
I'm sorry.
I need to say what to get paid? Okay, I can say that.
Do we have our sponsors, Nick? They're saying yes. Yes, it definitely ties in. There's no inconsistencies. What? Last Jedi was a perfect movie. Yes, no inconsistencies. Ties in together greatly. You can follow that story very linear. It's great. Jesus. Like, let's proceed.
More so than it has been in recent years, that with the first It movie, we had kind of another resurgence of Stephen King adaptations, because give them to me. Give them all.
Yeah, this is Perri and I share our love of this book.
Yes.
This book was it was a page turner. I couldn't everything you said. I mean, how do you make a sequel not only to one of his most iconic works, but then also make the adaptation and then tie it into the Kubrick movie that Stephen King hates, but they were able to work it out. So there's some great stuff for the book lovers like us where we can go, oh, great, we're getting, adaptation of one of our favorite Stephen King books. But then as movie lovers, you get it tied to the Kubrick movie. And you know what I feel. This movie is everything. Haunting of Hill House has the best scare in all of horror in episode 5.
You're full buddy. Okay. I saw The Haunting of Hill House, and I'll say it's a good horror show. It's very engaging. I didn't think that they were going to be able to keep it up for, I believe it was like 12 episodes or whatnot, but they did. But the ending, I'm sorry, they did not stick the landing with that ending. I kind
This
of
is a
understood.
TV show?
Yeah, it's a Netflix original. I mean,
Okay.
it kind of went off the
How
rails.
terrifying is it? What are we talking about here? Like what level?
I'd put it at like your typical horror movie, like Conjuring. I put it in Conjuring type of scary.
Oh, so it's not that scary of a show, so I can watch it with my wife.
Depends on what her tolerance level is. I mean,
No, she doesn't like scary stuff at all, so I'll be able to watch this with her.
Yeah, that depends on the person. I mean, you know, there's a few scenes in it, but it's not like he's talking about like a masterpiece of scares, like it reinvented anything, or that I saw
nice
anything where I said, "Oh shit." It was more like
nice and mild.
Yeah, it was like, "Oh, that's creepy," or you know, that's adequate. But I mean, it wasn't like they're talking like this guy made like a masterpiece in horror, like it revolutionized. No, it was good. It was decent. It was watchable. But even if you look at all those reviews, it falls apart at the ending.
I'm not doing that.
I mean,
I'm not looking at all those reviews ever.
just these people.
Is it supposed to come back for like another season, or was it like a mini series, or what?
Oh, it's definitely going to get another season. I think they greenlit another season, but then he went to make this film,
so it has a cliffhanger. It doesn't have a resolution.
Yes and no.
Good answer.
So, I mean, you know, these guys, they go from this is what makes them shows. They go extremes. Either they go into really like this is so terrible, no reason, or this is so great, no reasons. I mean, middle ground, people. There is a place in the center. It exists.
I asked earlier if this was a regular video or a live stream, only because they have this banner going at the bottom, right?
Yep.
And the Joker is on the screen the entire fucking time, hasn't he been?
Yep.
Why has it been the Joker the entire time? If they how long have they talked about the Joker? They talked about the Joker for one small instance, and that was it. That's why I thought it was a live stream, because they were keeping something on the screen that would get the most people to click on. Like, you know, if you're scrolling through your homepage, you're like, oh, they're talking about the Joker? Click. Oh, they're talking about Knives Out? I don't need to hear about that trash. Bye-bye. Or did they put it on here and talk? I would have thought they would have talked about it last and been like, oh, yeah, and the most anticipated one is Joker because Joaquin Phoenix verse. I'd never heard that fucking excuse ever. Sorry to backtrack a little, but I ruminated on it a little bit, and I was like, Joaquin Phoenix verse. This ain't a fucking thing.
No, it's been a thing the whole time. You're wrong. We're not critics. We're not official.
They're not official either. They work at Collider.
They got press passes, man. Until
fucking
we get invited to Galaxy's Edge.
3PO got a press pass to go to Galaxy's Edge.
Harloff didn't.
Like, it don't take much to get a press pass for something. I could get a press pass. I could pass a press.
I got an annual pass to go to Galaxy's Edge. Does that count?
Sure.
Was it?
You reported on it as press. It counts.
Did Disney send it to you in an envelope with Mickey Mouse's little seal and they said this is just because you are the
he has
lonely
a
man.
seal, but he would like be on the envelope somewhere.
We're talking semantics here, but my annual pass does have a Mickey Mouse on it.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yes, we were talking semantics, exactly.
Oh, let's continue.
It's episode 5, right?
Episode 8.
Episode 8. So,
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah, I can't wait to see what he does with this material. And although Rebecca Ferguson is absolutely, that got me excited as well as Rose the Hat, Hugh McGregor as a grown-up Danny.
Ian, it's Ian.
I can't wait. Everything about.
I was told that it's Ian McGregor.
I thought it was Ewan.
No, I'm making fun of the general.
Oh, yeah, because he pronounced it wrong. I was like, hold on. So I was pronouncing it wrong?
Oh, no. You've been saying it right the entire time, LB.
About this movie and the story, I think everybody who loves horror and might not have read this book, it has everything you might want, and the fans out there that you like your horror with some heart in it, get ready for this one.
Well, this is one last thing
I don't believe you.
What I think people love so much about Haunting.
I don't believe this, Craig. Like, I don't.
Ooh,
I just don't trust.
Paused it at a good spot.
He says everything he said. There's a Joaquin universe. I can't believe that you're telling me this is the be all now. You know what? I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna buy Dr. Sleep the book, and I'm gonna read it, and then I'm gonna go on Collider's little fucking thing that they do where you can post comments, and I'm gonna let that prick know if it's not the greatest Stephen King novel, and I've read all of Stephen King's books. If it's not the best Stephen King novel that's out, I am going to find where he lives. Where's my disclaimer?
Disclaimer.
Yes, I'm gonna find where he lives. I'm gonna knock on his door and I'm gonna punch him in the face. And then afterwards, I'm gonna say, "By the way, Last Jedi and the Frozen soundtrack sucks."
Hypothetical disclaimer.
Sorry, I went on a rant.
I'm just glad that you paused it where you did.
Let's
Although you can't see her hands. She's holding.
Haunting of Hill House is very much the essence of what makes Dr. Sleep such a great story, a
You're
powerful
so right.
story. It is all how your past can haunt.
How you like that, PB?
That's quite a look.
Haunt
Don't
you.
know what she's doing with her hands.
Past can ruin you and fester into addiction and toxicity, and how heart and love is kind of what can get you through that.
Yeah.
And I just think Flanagan is a spot-on filmmaker for that.
And family.
Yeah,
Family.
Or at
Absolutely.
least maybe not even a traditional family, but something else that you find.
Yeah.
All right.
last
one. You ready for it? You know what it is?
Oh, of course.
You know what it is? It's Star Wars.
Of course it
The
is.
Rise of Skywalker.
How did I know? I said, wait for it. Wait, we're 27 something in. They're really not. Nope. They're saving their true best for last. Of course, everyone on the panel is waiting.
Oh my God! I told you this when they were talking about cats. I was like, wait a second, cats? Well, the only reason they got cats on the list is because they extended the list far enough so that they could include Star Wars.
Oh my God.
And oh my God, they're gonna have a field day with this individual image right here.
Oh yeah. Let's see what they have to say.
Oh my God, I'm super excited for what Helga has to say. Aren't you, LB?
The most.
I'm so excited for so many of the movies that we've talked about, whether it's my list or your list, but how can anything else not be at the top for me? I am so pumped for this movie. I love everything they've been teeing up about it. Again, it helps that I did really like The Last Jedi, and I just love the idea. And I know this is just speculation, but I've gotten so caught up in the conversation of this movie bringing balance to the Force, and what more satisfying conclusions to the Skywalker saga could we want than that? And I don't know if either of you were on this episode of Movie Talk, but one of my big theories with Evil Rey, with Dark Rey at the end, is that, and this is just a visual that I've painted, it might not be true in the movie, but it represents the balance in the Force. What if that double-sided lightsaber, one side turns red and the other side winds up being blue, and that's how we visually represent balance in the Force? Whether that happens or not,
Oh
I
my
just
God, then I'm gonna be super fucking pissed. It's not how fucking kyber crystals work, damn it. Even if they are doing it the whole, when you go evil, you make it fucking bleed. There's still only one fucking crystal in it. Can't make half it blue and half it fucking red.
I was waiting for the moment where PB was gonna lose his mind. Go ahead, let him know. Let him know how you feel about
God
these kyber.
damn it. Like, don't say something fucking dumb like that. Oh, one side's gonna be blue and the other side's gonna be purple or purple red because she's the galactic police. The fuck? That's what we need, a fucking blue and red lightsaber. No, that ain't what we fucking need. Are you kidding me? And the other way is, oh, one end is red, the other end is fucking green. So she's Christmas tree Rey. She's the light of the world. For the galaxy. Let her bring joy to your universe. Fucking shit.
I said when we get to Star Wars, I just know they're gonna say something and PB's gonna go off. I didn't think it was gonna be the lightsaber.
Like, what the fuck? I mean, and then, I don't know, maybe what? You get somebody with what? A weird one like yellow? And it'd be red and yellow. It's like, no, those are the warning lights on your dash. It means turn around now and go to a service station because you done fuck something up. Like, no, you can't have the fucking lightsaber be half one color and half the other fucking color. I balance the Force all by myself. Look at me. I'm the true chosen one. Every generation has a chosen one. No, fuck you, Rey. God damn. I want to be excited for the movie. Stop ruining it, Collider, and saying stupid shit like that. Be like, no, it's just a fucking vision or clone. Something that doesn't fucking be totally fucking terrible. Like, oh no, man, it's all red, but then the other side turns blue. Perfectly balanced. No, fuck you. That ain't fucking balanced.
Oh my God.
If it was balanced, it would just be white like Ahsoka's saber.
Thank you. I'm glad someone showed love for Ahsoka. Continue. Oh my God, this is amazing. This is oh my God.
After all this film, after all these years, like, that's where I need to land.
Yeah, I'm with. Come on, I host a Star Wars show. I can't wait for this. I love what you said in the balance. I think that's what they're going for. I mean, we've seen it. Rey has, as Luke said in The Last Jedi, the dark side called to you and you accepted. You went right there, and you have Kylo Ren who's like, the light's been calling me. Grandpa, help me out here. I need to go to the dark side. So there is something about that.
Yeah, Grandpa.
Dark Rey. I'm
Oh
with.
my God.
I'm speculating.
Grandpa was not a dark side user when he died. Fucking idiots.
No,
People don't know how to talk about Star Wars.
This was worth talking. Like, I'm like, God, I'm so tired of talking about Star Wars, but tonight was just so worth this reaction. Like, I was waiting for them to drop something where PB was going to go off the deep end. And yep. Oh, last minutes are gold. Let us continue.
Uh-oh.
Going down the rabbit
Oh,
hole.
there we
She's
go.
a clone. She's a clone. The Emperor has something to do with it. Cloned him. I think she's a mix of things. I think she's a Rey, mix of Rey, Anakin, cloned from Luke's hand. I mean, I'm going everywhere with this. Then you have that beautiful shot of all the ships coming out of hyperspace. It looks beautiful.
Don't get me started on X-Wings right now.
Yeah, and we get
Not seeing the video, just hearing it.
X-Wings. I mean, this truly is, and I've heard all the chatter, Kevin Smith saying that the last...
You said you can't see the video.
Yep, I could just hear it. Weird. Do you see it, Zod?
No.
Okay,
It's like
well,
it's
were
like
you just planning on waiting forever?
No, I just thought it faded a little bit, and then it was kind of, there it is.
And that the last scene is going to
Beautiful.
melt our brains or whatever, and that JJ's very aware of it, uniting the saga, the full saga, which is, I love the Emperor's there, because that unites the prequels. He's the puppet master there. He's in the original trilogy. Now he's here. I think it's perfect.
All right. I haven't spoke much, but now I must speak.
Yes, thank you.
Hold on. How do you unite 3 trilogies using a man that was shown to get killed at the end of the 3rd movie? And then you just randomly bring him back in the 3rd movie of the 3rd trilogy.
When he hasn't even been referenced in, 30 years and a day?
Bruh.
Or 2 days?
Like, how are you sitting there with a straight face talking about this like this makes sense? Oh, dog, like, wow. Like,
And he's jacked up for it too. Look at that face. He's so excited.
He really talked himself into this foolishness. Like, how, like, you call yourself such a big Star Wars fan, and you're sitting here making sense out of bringing Palpatine back out of nowhere and turning Rey and showing Rey in the trailer as a dark side user out of nowhere.
Like, you got a better chance of uniting it by using Yoda again. Like, Yoda wasn't in the 1st movie. He was in the 2nd movie and the 3rd movie. And he wasn't even in all of the 3rd movie. He's in, like, the first half of it.
So check this out. This is what they're going to do. They're going to bring Yoda back, right? Again.
Okay.
And he's going to get his revenge on Palpatine since, the first time they fought, he ran away.
Oh. And it'll be like, but you think he's going to get revenge on a real Palpatine or a Force Palpatine? Like Force Ghost versus Force Ghost.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 ghosts fighting. So it's like, it's going to be 2 holograms fighting each other. Like, bruh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's 2 holograms fighting each other.
Matt Vader, welcome. Goblin Slayer Lord, welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, so, I love when these people sit here. First off, I love when they all say with a straight face, The Last Jedi was such a great movie. And then they just like jump off and go, this is going to unite everything together. Dude, trilogies don't work that way.
Hey, Tommy, Tommy, I agree 100%. It's a vision. I don't believe that stuff with Rey is real, but man, like, bump all that. We ain't gonna go back and talk about this trailer. We'll talk about this buffoon here talking about this like this is some good stuff that's going on here. Like,
Yeah, talking about how exclusively having Palpatine, that's what unites the trilogy.
right.
I don't see that. Palpatine is not what connected the prequels to the original trilogy. You don't
Hey,
go, oh yeah, Palpatine's there. Yeah, they're definitely connected. What the
hey,
fuck?
I know people like hate The Godfather Part 3, right? But just imagine if Don Corleone came back in the third movie with Fredo to unite the family.
Because, reasons. Holy crap. Like, no, it's Kylo Ren is a Skywalker. Like, that's what's connecting it. Why can't you just focus on that, you shilly bastard?
Oh, God.
Like, if they
Oh,
would have just gave him a decent arc, then they wouldn't be having this problem.
no, I mean, no one could see. This is putting out the massive fire that the creator, the genius, who's making the best, most anticipated fall movie ever, Knives
Dude,
Out.
ain't nothing that either of these two people said put out this massive fire.
Hey, you know what's crazy now that I'm thinking about it? If his theory that Rey is a clone, right, is true, that makes it even worse because these people spent so much energy trying to make us like Rey and say this, that, and that. If you don't like Rey, you're sexist. For it only to turn out that Rey is a clone.
I
So
mean,
if
imagine. Oh, sorry, continue.
no, I was gonna say so. If it turns out that Rey is a clone, all of our feelings about Rey was absolutely correct. Why we didn't have any emotional attachment or anything to her.
Right, because she's just another clone. Well, I was gonna say, what if if she did turn to the dark side, then all of the people that don't like her, then we're okay for not liking her? Is that going to be acceptable? Because there's no way that that's going to happen. That's how I know it's not going to happen. Because that would be like everybody who didn't like Khaleesi for 7 seasons be like, no, man, I don't like her. She's terrible. I don't like her. She's terrible. And you're like, what do you mean she's terrible? She's just going around freeing slaves, freeing people from the calls, making everything better. And then you get to season 8 and you're like, oh, she's burning babies. Oh, I guess it's okay to not like her anymore. Yeah, they're not doing that with Rey.
No,
she's
that's not the same thing.
How it would be exactly the same thing.
No, Daenerys is trash from day one. Sorry.
Rey has been trashed since day one.
Man, that's correct.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, my bad. Like I heard you talking Game of Thrones, and I just automatically assumed that you was trying to justify the trashness of Daenerys. So we probably on the same page here. Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No. I'm saying because of that's how they did it. I know that's how they're not gonna do it in Star Wars. Like, there's a better chance of John Cena going heel before Rey goes heel.
Excellent point.
And John Cena's trash. Continue.
But he wasn't at the start, so he's different.
Always been trash. Continue.
He slapped Kurt Angle right in the face.
It's Star Wars. Of course I'm going. I can't wait.
Are you as enthusiastic, Haleigh?
Well, that's a pretty high bar to be as excited as Reilly about Star Wars.
Are you? Did he just? No, did that dumb bitch just say that? I didn't hear that. Can we back up? I didn't hear that correctly. I was messing around. I didn't hear that. Can we just take it back a little bit to what
You're there. He's in the original trilogy. Now he's here. I think it's perfect. It's Star Wars. Of course I'm going. I can't wait.
Are you as enthusiastic, Haleigh?
Well, that's a pretty high bar to be
Yeah.
as excited as Reilly about Star Wars. But I am excited. I'll be honest, the discourse has been tiresome these last few years. It has been saddening.
Yeah, it has.
It got me out of my space with Star Wars. It knocked me off track
Stop
a little bit.
telling me that episode 8
After seeing the
was a
reaction
great
to
movie.
that D23 footage when they put it online, that was
All right. More time from the LBZ to speak. 1 second. All right. So, didn't she earlier on say that she enjoyed The Last Jedi?
Yes.
Yes.
So, what is this tiresome discourse she's yapping about? She talking about the fans that didn't like The Last Jedi?
Yep.
I assume so.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
And you know what? I love how the critics started this. The critics, the filmmakers, they started it by calling people names. And then you guys are tired of the Discord? Excuse me? You are the ones who call a mass group of people who have loved a series pretty much their whole entire life a bunch of idiots and sexist and racist and misogynist. And then you have the nerve to say you're tired of the backlash? Well, lady, if you can't take someone giving it back all of the crap that you've given to us since The Last Jedi, then maybe you're in the wrong fucking business. Because if someone comes on my channel and they call me names, guess what? I'm not going to be a little pansy and go, I'm tired of the discourse I keep on getting from everyone. My feelings. You know what? Suck it up. You got tons of people who watch your station. Guess what? They're not all going to agree with you. Guess what? A vast majority of people think that movie sucks because it does. And you idiots started it. You're still continuing it with this crap that you say day in and day out. And you're still throwing those stupid buzzwords around, but yet you're tired of the discourse. Then stop perpetuating it. Just talk about a movie. Don't attack fans. Maybe you wouldn't have Discord. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
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 I'm sorry. That's the reason when Harry Potter and Fantastic
Here
Beasts
he
franchise
goes
came out, people freaking attacked Harry Potter fans who had followed it for a long time when we said, hey, this whole Dumbledore thing kind of weird. Why are you retconning your characters and saying all this stupid stuff, Rowling? You're not making any sense. And they call us names. And I got on the internet and I said, this is the most god-awful movie ever. And it was that kind of bullshit that I've been dealing with. And yet we're the toxic fans. We're the monsters because we have an opinion. That's what this whole thing is about. And you know what? You run a channel and yet you can't handle a little backlash. How long has Collider been around? A hell of a lot longer than me.
No, you're toxic because of your opinion. I am toxic because I ate refried beans.
Oh God. That's not going to turn out
totally different.
I mean, this is the reason. And they wonder why people hate them. Sorry. I'm sorry.
They do? They wonder?
they do. They sit back and they go, what? Why do they call us
that was just
man-babies?
Woka that wonders because he don't know what the word beta means. He's the only man in America over 12 that don't know what beta means.
Well, to his credit is, at first, like, I didn't know what beta meant, but I also didn't know what NPCs meant, SJWs, and all that stuff meant because I just saw a bunch of YouTubers using this stuff. But I got educated because I'm woke.
No, but see, you might be using that slightly wrong. You mean because you awoke on a day and you're like, hey, what does this mean? I see a lot of people using it and I'm not quite sure. Whereas he'd been on the internet for years and he's like, I don't know what that word means. That word don't mean nothing to me.
I
You probably-
arised.
Exactly.
I still don't fully know what Comic Gate is, but that's a whole different topic.
That's. Yep, that is a totally different topic.
Man,
Gosh, I hope nobody's backstage right now because I ain't looked at the sidebar or nothing. Like,
nah,
we're not
there's nobody.
expecting anyone else.
No, there ain't nobody there.
No, it's just we three.
Collider got like 500K subscribers, man, and these people watch. Let's just continue. Don't get me started on YouTubers, man. Don't get me started. I'll talk about that backstage because I'm pretty sure what I have to say. Some people watch those YouTubers, and then, I ain't trying to go. Never mind.
We wouldn't want to start a civil war.
You know what side I'm on.
The white side.
Yep. The Kandorian side.
LB, you can't play that card. There were two white people in that war, and then Black Panther.
Okay.
And that was one of the most fun days on Twitter I can remember, just seeing everybody. It seemed like all the ugliness went away that day, and everybody was just...
Oh, hold up.
I still see the white man. Like, I think we need a refresh, LB.
All right, hold on.
And besides that, LB, I know you were about to make a point because I was going to make a point on this too.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
There was no one I saw who all of a sudden said, "Oh yeah, this trailer was amazing." Now it wipes out fucking TJA or TLJ. I'm so flustered. There was no one who said, "Oh my God, now we're united because this sizzle reel." Because it's not a trailer. It's not a trailer.
Sizzle.
There was no one who saw this sizzle reel and said, "You know what? I don't hate Star Wars anymore. I love it. I can't wait to go see that movie." Now, don't get me wrong. There were people who were slightly more interested in all of the crap that they're putting into it randomly. Yeah. But there's no one who says, "This is the film that's going to unite us." Yeah. Let's grab let's go out and buy Rey figurines now. We're back. We love Star Wars again. Where did this happen?
It's Orlando.
Fuck, man.
They just got to keep them away from the robots.
And for me, let me add on to that. She says this right, but like I made a video about this. I'm not getting my Sean Stackhouse on, but it's very relevant. When that D23 trailer came out, it wasn't even the top trending topic on Google, Twitter. Like by the end of the day, it wasn't even top 10. So for her to say this, like everybody turned around on the thing and was all excited, that's definitely not true. Sure, you had the typical, "Oh, I love everything Star Wars" people all excited for this. But the people who still hated The Last Jedi was still on the same boat. Like, logical people were still on the same boat. Like, come on, whatever your name is. Like, come on, man. Like, I know Collider ain't paying you that much.
You're talking about not Helga?
I'm talking whoever,
chick.
the one in the middle.
Oh, that's Helga.
Yeah, talking about how everybody turned around on it. Like, no.
No, I didn't. I'm still very skeptical, but I said I was more excited for the little bit of footage that they showed there than I was for all of the footage they showed in the teaser from Celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Because I discount all of the old footage because, let the past sizzle. Use it when you need to make money.
Right.
I can't believe that they're trying to capitalize on the fact, or not pointing out the fact, or no one And you know, it's too much for me to ask from freaking Shills, but no one's pointing out the fact that doesn't this seem kind of desperate? They're throwing everything in, man. They're throwing in a bunch of stuff and they're seeing what sticks. This is you know, demoing something. You're bringing out these little things.
I mean, by kinda, do you mean incredibly?
Yes.
What do you mean kinda desperate? I mean, if in the teaser it's okay, the big reveal in the teaser is Palpatine is back. Ooh, and I was like, okay. And then in this sizzle reel, once you get to the new footage, you hear the Darth Vader breathing apparatus in the new footage, making me think that they're going to, at minimum, like reference him like they did in The Force Awakens. Like they're going to use him as a plot device, at least partially. Or maybe he shows up on a holocron too. I don't know. But something that makes me think they're going to talk about him more than they did in The Last Jedi.
Just to address the chat, Goblin Slayer Lord said, I don't know a single kid who wants a Rey or Finn toy. Now, that might be a little, you know, hyperbole, but here's an example. When I was at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge last week, I promise you, I did not see a lot of kids wearing, like, Rey stuff. Like, I saw one dressed up as Rey, but I saw a lot of kids wearing, like, Kylo Ren, like, shirts and stuff like that. And even like the kids I know that they're not really into Star Wars, they're more into Marvel. But like even if they do like they kind of like Star Wars, they all like Kylo Ren. They don't talk about Rey, and that's girls like that I know, little girls. So it's like, yeah, you make a valid point, even though it is a slight bit of hyperbole.
Oh, geez. I mean, are you supposed to talk about the fact that you're talking to little girls about Star Wars?
I mean, that does sound kind of creepy, but
I know exactly what you mean, though, LB. Yeah, no kids that I hear talking about Star Wars talk about anybody other than Kylo Ren. Unless they're talking about Rebels. I've heard kids talk about the Rebels characters. Like, people love Chopper. He's an excellent droid.
He is.
Like let's keep it real. Like, I mean, we're getting off topic here a little bit.
Are we?
But like, think about it. What are the most talked about characters from the new trilogy? It's BB-8 and the Porgs.
Yeah, the first movie, it's totally BB-8. Second movie,
I wish we had
Perp will
here.
never shut up about the Porgs.
Yeah, I wish we had
Porgs
Perp.
crazy, man. I love those Porgs.
Yep.
Those Porgs crack me up, yo.
All right, let's get this knocked out here. Let's see. What?
We got a couple minutes left.
Yeah.
Looks beautiful.
Don't get me started on X-Wings right now.
Yeah, and we get B wings, Y wings, A wings, X wings. I mean, this truly is, and I've heard all the chatter. Kevin Smith,
the guy
loves to melt our brains or whatever, and that JJ's very aware of it, uniting the saga, the full saga, which is I love the Emperor's there because that unites the prequels. He's the puppet master there. He's in the original trilogy. Now he's here. I think it's perfect. It's Star Wars. Of course I'm going. I can't wait.
Are you as enthusiastic, Haleigh?
Well, that's a pretty high bar to be as excited as Reilly about Star Wars. But I am excited. I'll be honest. The discourse has been tiresome these last few years. It has been saddening.
Yeah, it has.
It got me out of my space with Star Wars. It knocked me off track a little bit. But after seeing the reaction to that D23 footage when they put it online, that was one of the most fun days on Twitter I can remember, just seeing everybody. It seemed like all the ugliness went away that day, and everybody was just right back on board together.
Very good point.
Yeah.
Having fun with it, making their own GIFs of her. Like, did you guys see the one where she opens the thing and it's a
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, love it.
The best.
So much fun to be had. Everyone was back in the groove, and that really excites
Wait,
All
that's
right.
supposed to be a good thing?
So I don't think she completely got the point of the Swiss Army knife thing.
She doesn't get it at all.
That's not having fun with it. That's letting you know this is trash.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Ain't nobody made a Swiss Army blade of Darth Maul's lightsaber.
Now, like, I know I talk about it a lot, but like these kind of opinions are dangerous, man, because like they're doing their propaganda thing. Like you see what she's doing here? It's like she's spinning something into something else.
Yep.
Yeah, she's taking something that I don't know specifically who made the picture. Like, I don't know who's the source for it or even where I saw it. I'm pretty sure the first place I saw it was in somebody's thumbnail on YouTube where I was just scrolling through and I was like, oh, that looks freaking hilarious. Like, I thought it was funny, but I understand the meaning of the Swiss Army blade. It's like, yeah, because it's totally ridiculous, because it's terrible. Not because, oh, this is the greatest thing ever, because you can have a Swiss Army lightsaber. What? No, that's not how a lightsaber works. That's totally not the point. Like, I watched the video that Shadiversity did about lightsabers, specifically that one. And he was talking about how it's different because it has that specific function than Darth Maul's, that is just one solid piece that turns on both ends. Like, what's the point of having that function? There isn't one. It's fucking dumb.
Look at the screen, PB.
What about the screen? I just see black.
You just see black.
At the moment. Unless that's on my end.
That's
Or
weird.
the Leafs.
No, I saw a thing. Now it's black.
Oh,
Oh, this
Dang it.
StreamYard's messes.
I know. It's StreamYard. And when you're trying to show video, it likes to really screw with it, especially when you pause it. Aha! Yeah, so you see her hands? She looks real smart.
Oh, disclaimer.
All right, I'm tired of them. Let's hurry up and finish this.
Yeah.
Then we can talk Star Wars.
Excites me, and something else we really got from that, trailer, teaser, whatever you want to call it, was that sense you talked about of uniting the whole franchise into a satisfying end for everyone. And regardless of where
bet she
you
wants
sit
a
on Last
satisfying
Jedi,
end.
as someone who loves it, I'm very happy to see something like that that's going to make everyone happy, make us all have a great time together, bring us back into sort of what it's like to love Star Wars together and have a great time together. I'm hopeful that's what will happen.
Yeah.
And certainly that first
Wait.
reaction online felt very positive.
She
and
don't
I'm
love
sure
the original Star Wars? I love the original Star Wars. She can't just love the original Star Wars with us.
No,
Like
because
she-
apparently if you don't like this one, then you can't possibly love the original Star Wars. There's no way. Because you
Trash,
don't
'cause
understand
I love
this.
all 6 of their movies. All 6. No matter
No,
how much
you're
trash people
lying
talk about
because you
1, 2,
didn't
and
like
3.
Last Jedi.
No,
You
man,
hate every
Yoda does
single-
kick flips. Kick flips.
Look, come on. With this, let's finish this shit. I'm getting tired of staring at it.
That makes me even more excited the way you put it. All right, we got to wind this down. That was a big episode of Movie Talk right there, but of course it's our fall 2019 preview, so we had to go big. Highlight all these great titles. Just in case you need a little recap right now, write them all down. We're starting this off with Reilly's list here. Recapping Reilly's list, we have Knives Out, Terminator, Dark Fate, and the Joker.
Yeah.
Haleig's list included Jojo Rabbit, The Lighthouse, and of course, Dr. Sleep. And then finally, my own list was Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, Frozen 2, and then Star Wars' biggest competition on December 20th. It's Cats. That's it. That's our list. Reilly, thank you so much for being here today.
Right to the end, and they have to say stupid shit right to the end. I've never.
Well, you got so I thought that you told me that you love Cats, man, that you love Broadway.
I love
That should be
Broadway.
what
I don't
you're
want
go-
to see
that
it on
should
the
be
big screen.
why
It's
wouldn't
not
you
meant
want to
for
see
that.
Broadway on the big screen?
No.
Don't you love movies?
I love movies. I don't
Don't
want to
you
see a
love
Cats
Broadway?
movie. No. Did you see them Cats? I'm not trying to have nightmares about Cats.
No, I didn't watch that fucking trash fucking trailer. I don't have 2 minutes to waste on that shit. Like, yeah, if that's their biggest competition, like they're easily gonna make $1 billion. Easily. LB, that was really quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, that was better.
So, LB,
What's up?
what did you think of their great list, their well thought out list that they put together? Are these movies gonna be on your priority list to go and see?
What? I already told you his list earlier the show.
No, it might have changed.
No, it
What?
didn't change.
Oh.
But I mean, Perri, she cheated. She cheated. She used Cats and Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Like, okay, winter might technically not start until what, December 21st or 22nd, but it comes out a few days before Christmas, and nobody calls Christmas fall.
Fuck no.
The woman in the middle, she tried to be different and talk about some lesser known movies that most people ain't gonna talk about. But then her reasonings for the stuff was just straight Valley
Terrible.
Girl. Yeah.
Because I have no idea what it's about. I'd love to see it.
Oh, and don't forget the woman. The woman is so great that makes me want to see it even more. I'm so
you just
excited.
you bring Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe with a weird director because I can't remember his name. Who was it? Eggard? You just bring them together. Yes. No.
Yes.
Like, oh my God! Like, how do people and there's people who watch this, they go, oh my goodness, they've got the inside track. There's people who are actually now, there's people who are actually now gonna hear this ridiculous list and go, oh my goodness, there's even some movies I had no clue about. They're gonna talk about the freaking windmill movie, and they're gonna be like, oh yeah,
windmill movie. What the fuck is that?
That's the one with Pattinson.
Oh, the one I was just making fun of?
Yeah, they're gonna hear that and they're gonna be like,
oh shit, I didn't even know.
They're gonna be like, I want to see this artistic movie. Or JoJo. I saw that poster and I thought it was about a cartoon, not Hitler. It has rabbit ears. What kind of marketing is that?
Oh shit.
I mean, yeah, we have the posters, and it just has a bunch of names with little like silhouette of a rabbit.
No, go find the poster while LB says his piece.
I will. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead, LB.
YouTube lets me come and make videos on my channel, so like, you just gotta remember, anybody can start a YouTube, and anybody could be on YouTube, and that's what happens when you get people like this on panels. Like, if we didn't have YouTube, these people wouldn't be on TV.
I suppose.
Because, man, shoot.
But, you would think that they would be at, I don't know, I guess a little higher standard than just John Campea on his own, talking to a camera the same way that LB does. Shit.
Man, I mean, Mark Reilly is Mark Reilly. He's been that way forever about Star Wars. Like, you could just put like a trash can and shoot like a 2-hour movie of the trash can just sitting there with a Star Wars logo on the trash can. He'll call it the greatest Star Wars movie ever created.
Hey, I was, I don't know, maybe I'm probably an anomaly. I was more excited overall for Rogue One than I was for The Force Awakens. I was like, oh, a movie that's going to, oh, what the fuck is that's the poster?
Yes.
That's supposed to be about Hitler?
And look at these names. Rebel Wilson. Already not interested. Now Scarlett
It
Johansson.
looks like a wrestling ring. That looks like a turnbuckle with ropes coming off of it to me. Sorry.
I mean,
Okay.
an anti-hate satire.
I mean, these people talking about Star Wars, they didn't change how excited I was. It wasn't for episode 9. Like I told you guys, I want to talk about it all last week. I still want to talk about it.
That movie has Rebel Wilson in it. Like, automatically not interested.
Oh my God, the Hitler movie has Rebel Wilson.
Yeah.
Yep.
How the fuck? Oh my! No, those two things don't go together.
Hold on.
I'm not anti-Rebel Wilson.
Let me do more research than Collider did. You guys keep on talking. I'm gonna find more.
I'm not like LB. I'm not anti-Rebel Wilson right out the gates.
I am. Fuck her.
What did she do to you, LB? What was the movie where you were like, no, this is terrible, never again?
I'm just not into those kind of actors that, for example, she's a bigger set, she's a heavier set woman, and like all her roles involve her using that as her joke. Like, hey, I'm fat.
Okay. I get.
Watch me. Yeah, like, hey, I'm fat. I fell off a couch. Laugh at me.
Okay. So like if it would like you could still use that, but it needs to be done sparingly.
Right, and that's like her whole gimmick as an actress. I'm fat. Laugh.
She's clumsy, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what Melissa McCarthy does a lot of the times. It's just like that kind of comedy.
Oh
like
my
that
God,
kind of
you
stuff.
better not be playing a so I don't mean to cut you off. I see the words HD trailer. You better not be playing a trailer, guy.
No, I'm just doing a still thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
See,
okay, sorry, LB.
Yeah, man, that's just not my type of stuff, but yeah.
No, man, I don't want the article. I just want to see these.
I mean, in a Hitler satire movie, like, man, whatever.
Yeah.
Right. How
I
many
mean,
times
I've
has that been done?
seen like, did you see it? You've both seen Inglourious Bastards?
Yes, that was a brilliant movie done by arguably one of the greatest directors of all time, Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, I thought Tyler Perry directed that.
You son of a bitch. Well played. Well played, sir.
My bad.
I mean, like, look at this. Hold on. Like, what's going on here? Why is Hitler jumping like this? Why does this boy have a bomb jumping? What? I mean, I don't understand. And Hitler's with Scarlett Johansson. No, Black Widow wouldn't be with Hitler. She's Russian. I mean, hold on. Research time. Continue talking. Let's look up this other movie that they had no clue about. Lighthouse. (2019). Let's go look up this movie that they had no clue about. Oh, look at here, LB. There's a Wikipedia about it. Wonder if it tells what the movie's about. Oh, look at that. Hold on a second. Let me screen share. Now, LB, didn't they say they didn't know anything about it, but they endorsed it?
Yeah.
Okay. So this was just, folks, 5 seconds of me just Googling it. Lighthouse is the 2019 black and white horror film directed by Robert Eggers and written by him and Max Eggers. It stars Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. The film chronicles the story of two lighthouse keepers as they are faced with solitude, but start to lose their sanity and become threatened by their worst nightmares. It had its world premiere at the Cannes Film Festival on May 19th, 2019. It is scheduled to release October 18th, 2019 by A24. The film received critical acclaim with critics highlighting the technical aspects, direction, and performances of Dafoe and Pattinson. I even have when the production started, what certain critics said, whether or not it won an award. I found all this out, and they couldn't find this film in 3 seconds. Yeah, I just found Lighthouse, PB. You want to know more information that Collider couldn't tell you?
The fuck is Lighthouse?
Remember that trailer we were asking what is it about?
No.
It's the movie with Willem Dafoe.
Oh, the one with Batman and Green Goblin.
Yes. Now, this literally took me 5 seconds. Wasn't that much. And you know how long it takes me to find stuff. Found it in like 5 seconds.
Fuck.
Yeah. The Lighthouse is a 2019 black and white horror film directed by Robert Eggers and written by him and Max Eggers. It stars Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. The film chronicles the story of two lighthouse keepers as they are faced with solitude but start to lose their sanity and become threatened by their worst nightmares. It will premiere at the Cannes Film Festival on May 19th, 2019. It is scheduled to be released October 18th, 2019 by A24. The film received critical acclaim, with critics highlighting the technical aspect, directions, and performances of Dafoe and Pattinson. I found all of this out in 5 seconds, but they couldn't tell us anything off of the trailer. Or they didn't research it, but they put it on their film list for one of their films.
What does 5 seconds feel like when you can move at super speed?
It's like those clips that some of your Earth shows do, where it slows down everything.
Like, I can't imagine what you would have been like with dial-up.
Oh yeah, that would have been painful. Too slow, man. Too slow.
It would have been like you were broken your neck.
And Matt's Mama Bear, welcome. You missed us talking about Collider. They were shilling the fall movies. They had great picks. They had Knives Out, the greatest movie of the fall coming out. They had Frozen 2. They had what else? The Lighthouse. They had Joker. I can't even remember the other fucking stupid movies. But you guessed it, the most anticipated film was Star Wars, even though it's not a fall movie. It's technically a winter movie, but they put it in fall because they wanted to cheat.
Okay, so they're gonna totally double dip when they do the next episode for winter movies, right? Because they're gonna do it like in the beginning of December or end of November or some shit like that. And it's gonna be, well, of course, Star Wars. I'll be like, oh, fuck no, man, this is a fall movie, you assholes. I'll be like, no, it's a fall movie. It came out on the 20th. That's in the fall. Winter didn't start until a day after, especially in Australia. Like, they're in the future, man, with Mike Zero.
It's like these guys. Oh, and of course, they're so glad. If you just joined us, they're so glad because this movie, folks, episode 9 is going to unite the fan base. We are going to forget about TLJ and we're all going to come together. We're going to hold hands. There's going to be a big Star Wars day. We're going to throw fucking confetti in the air, and everyone's going to forget about everything that happened in a whole middle part of a trilogy because episode 9 is going to fix every problem. That's what's going to happen. You heard it here. Well, I'm going to be the first one. I'm going to have a Kumbaya stream after I see episode 9 because I'm going to be so happy with how they fix every problem in a 2.5-hour movie where they botched everything you could possibly mess up. No, JJ's going to come in and he's going to save the freaking day because Collider and IGN and all these other assholes are saying it's so. So it's got to be true. It's got to be true. The internet told me, so it has to be true.
No, they didn't botch up everything in TLJ. She lifted rocks.
Jesus Christ. You know, and the Lonely Banter said it best. I'm fed up. I'm fed up with it. Why do I do the shilling? You want to know why I do the shilling? Okay? And don't get it twisted for everyone who thinks we
Did he
just
get
pick
fed
on.
up when I left?
No, yeah, PB, you got to be here.
Oh, I missed it? I got
No,
kicked out by
right
the
now.
power. It flickered.
Right now, I'm fed up. And you want to know why? Because of the fact I do the shilling, okay? And we may rip on Michael K, but we all love Michael K here. He's a sunbeam, okay? He's a fun shill because it's just like, come on, Michael, you're doing it again, all right? But, you know, I don't got problems with Michael K. I think he truly loves what he does, and he's just a little misguided. These guys, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're misleading people purposely, and it pisses me off. These critics piss me off. They're the same kind of people like the Post and the Journal, and I'm doing air quotes, with their credentials that are paid to give us facts. And they don't give you facts anymore because facts and logic is dead. They give you straight up opinions because it meets a checkbox and it meets their talking points, but they don't give us facts anymore. They talk around things and it annoys me. Where's your critique? We've done it before with Lion King. They talked around the whole, like literally 10-minute review. John Campea talks around the movie, but did you get one concrete reason of why you should see the film? No, you didn't. You got them talking around it.
Disney.
And it pisses me off. This is why I do what I do. Because it pisses me off because you're misleading people. And I got to be there in the theater when someone comes out with that broken expression like they heard from Rotten Tomato, the most informative aggregate. They hear, oh, well, the critics said this was a great movie, man, but it sucked. I mean, I'm going by what, you know, the New York Post, right? They're reputable. They gave it a 4 out of 5. I assumed a 4 out of 5 was supposed to be great. But no, you see the same look day in and day out. And it irritates me to no end that you can sit here on your stupid freaking show and you're not even getting paid. Or maybe you are. Maybe you are. Maybe there's a giant bag of cash we don't see underneath. But you're supposed to be giving us an honest opinion or an honest critique. And I didn't hear a bit of honesty.
I mean, you might have heard a bit of honesty when the guy, because I can never remember his name, when he said he was excited for episode 9, like that statement all by itself was probably honest.
Very true. But the reason for why we should be excited was...
No, I got a question for LB if he's still here. Because I see that he's muted, but then I saw that he was muted and typed something in the chat, so then I was confused. But my guess is he had to go get some type of ice cream to to drown out Zod and his incessant screaming about Collider.
That might well have happened.
Like okay, so I mean the list of their movies, I'm halfway. Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
Excellent.
What's up?
So okay, talking about the meme of the Swiss Army saber, would you say that all of the memes from the prequels are done out of hate or out of mockery?
I don't know. I can't say. Honestly,
Okay.
I'm not honestly like a meme person. I'm not a person that really pays attention to these meme type things. So, but I did see the Swiss Army thing because people were making videos and talking about it.
Yes. Like it'd be pretty tough to not see that one, even if you watched one Star Wars video, because then you're gonna see another one in your feed, and it probably had that in the thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, this is their fall movie
Because I
pick.
know, oh, I was gonna say, I know that you're at least on the list of everything that they gave. You're excited for the Joker. I know you're super excited for it.
Yeah, and here's the funny part. Okay, so they bring up Joker, right? And I'm like, finally, logic. And they don't even highlight what you should be excited about. They don't. They go. He leads in by saying it's part of the Joaquin Phoenix verse. What? What are you talking about? Joaquin created his own Phoenix unit. Where was I when this happened? I'd have been interested. I know PB would have. He likes connected universes.
Yeah.
I mean,
I must have missed this one.
I mean, Collider. You can't even show it. You can't even give me. You can't even through your fake, asinine, stupid statements. You can't even get me on board to what you're supposed to be shilling for, because you're so terrible, and you think you're so smart and sophisticated, but yet you can't form a logical, coherent sentence, and you're scripted. This shit I'm doing right now, folks, spoiler alert, I don't have a script in front of me. Whatever comes to my mind, I just say it.
You ain't got a script in front of you?
No, man. Just
No, it's
crazy
quite
humor.
apparent that you say whatever comes to your mind.
I do. There's no. This is unscripted. I have no script, but Collider has a script. They have a guy. They were looking at John in the corner, being excited about Joker. So they got a script. They got a TV crew, and you can't script. You can't write in. You can't even look up a movie on your goddamn list that you're supposed to be endorsing. You tell me about a movie, you show me some scenes from the trailer, and you say, I don't know what it's about, but it looks intriguing. This guy did, you know, the House on the Haunted Hill, so it's got to be good. That was a Netflix original.
Yeah, I was very confused because I was like, okay, is this some movie that I missed? And then they're like, nah, it's a series. I was like, what's a series got to do with me being excited for a movie?
Exactly. It has nothing to do with it. And yet, no, you had to jump in and go, no, man, because he did this great Netflix original miniseries that just happened to be so good, it's getting a second season, a self-contained story that they're gonna knock this movie out of the park. It's two different mediums. He was playing the long game. You're not playing the long game in the script. You gotta wrap it up in an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever your runtime is. That is way different.
Yeah, like even if you like J.J. Abrams because of Lost and you like that for some apparent reason because it's lost.
Ugh.
Lost is the description of the show. It's not just the title, it's the description. Anyway, that doesn't mean he makes for a great movie maker just because you make a good TV show. It doesn't mean that at all. They're similar, they're not the same. Like, just because you can do one doesn't mean you can do the other. Just because you can make a really good piece of music doesn't mean you can make a really good music video. They're similar, they're not the same.
And
That
it's
was
like,
deep.
and it's like they make these things like mutually connected together as if like these people are great, and then talking. Now you're gonna highlight your actors and actresses, and you know I noticed the buzz. They go for the female actresses. Oh, this is gonna be great. Why? Well, because such and such is in here, and she's so great. She's just. This is gonna be Terminator's gonna be her breakout role. This is gonna be the film that she's just gonna break out and make a chain of great movies.
Linda Hamilton, now that she's 65, she's finally an adult. Now that she's of retirement age, she's finally an adult.
Yeah,
What the fuck was that?
If you missed it, they said that this Terminator is going to. How did they word it, PB? Because I was so pissed. I don't want to word it wrong.
Oh my god, I don't remember exactly how they frickin' said it. It was ridiculous. Everything they said about that was ridiculous.
They was talking about the Halloween movie and then talking about like how they keep bringing back these older movies with the women and now they're grown women.
Like, yeah, now it's
yes, now they're grown.
They've grown, and now they're going to just knock it out of the park. And it's like, first of all, you dumbass, Halloween and Terminator are two very different genres, two very different stories. The story is set up for an older Laurie Strode. That's part of the script. I don't know the comparison you're going for.
That's beside the point. Did they not see T2?
No,
she's going around whooping ass in T2.
They didn't see it. Never existed.
Oh shit!
No, because he called T2 he called Judgment Day Dark Fate, and then he called it the other one, Salvation. Before he goes, I mean Judgment Day. So no, clearly they haven't watched a Terminator movie because they can't even get the title right. Jesus Christ!
Them talking about that was very disappointing.
Imagine if Stevie was in here. He'd be so pissed because he made that passion piece.
The soul be like, of Star Wars. I mean, soul of Terminator, whatever it was.
I mean, one thing I was thinking. Oh, sorry, LB. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say he'll probably be breaking down right now, hearing that.
Yep. Well, I was just thinking, you know, the one thing that could save Star Wars is the thing that JJ already did. Is say that the first 6 movies of Star Wars, they're the Prime Universe, and the last 3 movies have been in the Kelvin Universe. Boom, it's saved. Right? Then you go, you didn't alter Luke at all. It was a completely different Luke.
It was, it was another version of Luke. A version where he drinks the soy milk.
Blue milk. Get it right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Blue milk. My bad.
TLJ is green milk.
Oh, green milk. Well, green.
TLJ is green milk.
Oh.
Blue milk is in the original.
Oh.
That's why I was surprised at Galaxy's Edge that Michael K was a proponent of the blue milk over the green milk.
That
But I
Michael,
wasn't surprised that the blue milk tastes better than the green milk.
the
Like
originals also.
I believe him. Hey, you can tell every single time that he's being, even when he's shilling for the food, you can still tell when he's being honest, because like he said, you can tell when he's lying. He can't lie. Like you can tell when he's like, this is so good, I'll try something different next time. Like, okay, yeah, I can read between the lines, Michael. Thank you. I appreciate it. I get what you're saying. I get you.
Like, oh my god, like, and this was labeled their fall movie preview. Okay,
Fall.
fall, and they did winter.
2 winter movies. 2. At least 2. I don't think any of the rest of them came out in winter, right?
No.
When's Terminator supposed to come out? November something?
Yeah. I don't even know.
Okay.
My care level for that is.
I mean, I cared about it when it was announced. I was like, okay, interesting. I hear about some of the stuff you might be bringing back. And then when we saw that first teaser or whatever it was a few months ago, and I seen Terminator or Transformer Terminator, I was like, no, I don't need a Kelsey Grammer Terminator. That's not for me.
Well,
like, I didn't see that new trailer that was from like a couple days ago yet.
This is like, they can't even get their titles right. Like, how are you gonna say this is our fall movies, but we're gonna cheat and we're gonna put the winners? So winter movies, are you gonna put in summer movies? If you're playing that game, are you gonna include 2 summer movies now to make it even?
Well, I'm sure if we went back in time, I bet they include Endgame in spring and summer. It's at the end of April, so they're like, oh, sure, we just got to put the show on an appropriate date so that we can catch both of them, and we're good to go.
It's like, oh my god, it's just beyond chilling, people. You can't even promo your stuff right. Shit. I don't know.
It's like, when's fall supposed to start? 21st of September?
Yeah, but I always assumed it was when the first leaf fell.
Well, I mean, when was that video from Collider? Like a couple days ago or a week ago? Or
that was yesterday.
Oh, it's from yesterday. Okay.
Yep, it was from yesterday.
They do it about 20 days before the actual turn of the season, roughly. Interesting. So that way you could even catch the end of summer, really.
Oh god.
Like anything that I'm surprised they didn't say it. Because it don't come out next week?
Yeah. Yep, no mention. That doesn't get on the hype list. And it comes out next week.
Well, I don't think none of them look like they could handle a movie like that. So.
Well, they said Dr. Sleep. That's a Stephen King movie.
Stephen King don't necessarily mean like it's scary. Like I remember watching like Langoliers as a kid, and I was like, yeah, this is not scary.
I'm just saying he follows the same pattern of horror, except for his weird ones like Doris Claiborne and The Man Who Knew Tom Gordon. Those ones were.
I just said one that wasn't scary, and it wasn't on your list. You're debunked.
The Langoliers, I don't know, that scared me, man. There were giant things on the outside of the plane, man. They look like heads. I don't know. They look like the creatures from Doom. You know, when you go into that room.
Like, it's not scary. It's just a mystery.
Man, it's scary.
At the end, it's just like angry. It's a bunch of angry Pac-Men.
Yeah, you're telling me if you're flying and you see
they already figured out how to get back to the real world, guy.
That doesn't mean you're gonna make it with giant angry heads on the side.
That's okay. You got to add a little bit of drama. It can't just exclusively be a mystery. There's got to be a little bit of thrill to it. But it's not like freaking, what would you say his scariest movie adaptation is? Or miniseries?
Oh, shit. I'd have to go It.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely not as scary as that.
Yeah,
Movie or miniseries.
and then I guess after that, I don't know. I'd go The Mist after that because that's a pretty scary concept.
Wait, the one with the weird monster out in it,
Yeah,
and then they kill everybody in the vehicle, and then the government shows up.
yeah. You ran out of the bullet. That's scary on multiple levels. Like,
I love that part. I laughed my ass off at the end of that.
oh man, I was just like,
I was like, dude, you just killed everybody, and you could have just waited 5 minutes.
yeah, literally 5 minutes. That's all they needed to wait. And dude jumped the gun.
Like, nope, we don't want to get taken by the monster. We need to kill ourselves now. But I can't kill myself. It's against my religion. I need you to murder me. Okay, I can do that.
Oh man, when I think about that movie, it's like a lot of poor decisions were made.
A lot of poor decisions. Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
I'm like, if I'm in a car and do this, like, okay, and well, I'm gonna get a little sidetracked, but if I'm in a car with a bunch of people and we're in this hopeless situation and we have one gun, dude turns around and goes, hey man, you seen how everyone else in the shop and everything died, and I don't want to go out like that. I think we need to end it. I'd be like, you guys need to end it. I go, I'm gonna live, because I'm gonna tell you what, there's windows and stuff still. The little bug things didn't break into the glass until the old crazy lady broke the glass. I'm just saying, maybe we should, like, hold off there, buddy. You know? And how many bullets do you have? Like, I always thought that was a bit logical thing. He doesn't check the gun before he shoots everyone. I mean, a lot of poor choices. And, you know, I believe one of the characters, if I'm not mistaken, was his son or something like that. So now.
Yeah, I know. That's what's fucking great about
it. So you killed your son.
Not to be extra dark, but yeah, that's what's great about it. You fucked your entire life, and you could have waited 5 minutes.
He killed his son. He killed his love interest. He killed all, you know, God with the strongest faith who could have redeemed you and given you counseling after that. And people rolled up and they were like, hi. Did you see how they were rolling, waving? And he just stood there with his axe and his empty gun. He's like, fuck this, man. I gotta go become the Punisher. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, PB. We're both dark individuals.
I suppose.
Oh.
I had to switch to a purple lightsaber.
But anyways, folks.
If you was really dark, you'd use a black lightsaber.
Oh.
No, but the dark saber doesn't necessarily mean that you're dark.
But it means that
like
you're
the
black.
Purple. But I'm not black. I'm definitely white.
Time to make some transitions.
You have to transition, PB.
But did you notice that I have something on my wrist?
Oh, you do? Oh, what is that? Is it the Infinity Gauntlet?
It's a version of it.
So you're either going to
just sitting there temporarily.
You're either going to strike someone down or snap them out of existence.
Not exactly. It's getting moved to a different location. It's just there temporarily for safekeeping.
Oh, all right. Well, this has been a shilling. I'm gonna start wrapping it up. Let me have the loneliest sheriff, the man who keeps all of the credence in line and makes sure no one's being picked on. Go ahead, LB. Tell them about yourself.
Well,
Pick.
I'm just a lonely man that likes to spend his nights talking to a microphone, and to all you great people in the chat. Thank you for spending your Labor Day or non-Labor Day with us during this shilling. We hope to see you again very soon. Lonely man out.
Love it. Love it. And the
Love the
commander,
Easter egg.
the co-host, my buddy, who has my full permission to bully me. P, go ahead. Tell them all about yourself.
I didn't realize that I had permission. Wow. I feel special now. Yep, I'm PB. You can find me at Pop Culture PB on YouTube and on Twitter. I talk about Marvel and Star Wars, not the way that these people at Collider talk about Star Wars. I talk about it the correct way, the non-shilling way. Like, truth over facts, as Joe Biden would say. Hilarious. So, if you want to come over for a laugh, come check me out. PB out.
And of course, it is I, General Zod. And we have some exciting stuff. You may see right here in the fandom zone a review on a certain movie that's come out where you get the facts about why you should go see this movie, and it might just be about the Joker. So if you are enticed to see this, definitely keep your alerts on and watch out for that video dropping shortly. And also, we have our fandom talks, which was amazing. I did one with Echo Bass. Go check that out.
Echo, bass.
We talked.
LB, you're echoing.
And we talked Star Wars. They were amazing. And if you're not subbed, go check out their content. And if you like it, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. And also, we did a watch anime, and I just want to say, because I know he's lurking in the chat, congratulations to Perp and Fatal J. We was on the
I thought
panel.
you were gonna say that. Fatal J's in the chat.
I would like to say congrats to them. We started, our first one was 20 views, our second one was 45, and we broke 100 views. So there is some anime fans watching, so thank you, because that is for you, where we talk all anime. Our last one was Attack on Titan. This new one coming up, we're probably going to do Cowboy Bebop or Trigun. So we're going to talk it over and see which one we land on. But we're going to have Fatal J. Go ahead, PB.
It's gonna be more like an attack on Fatal J.
So yes, it was a great watch anime. So go back through and watch that. And as always, you guys can go through my playlist. You can see this epic shilling that we had. It was fantastic. Thank you everybody who came. We always appreciate you coming here to the fandom zone. Tomorrow we will continue with our late night talks. So you guys already know there's only one rule here in the fandom zone. Kneel before Zod.
Never.
Comprende.
Oh.